Marvel Comics. Marvel Comics. Marvel Comics. If you're gonna watch Bond, why not watch it?
Good morning, guys. It's Tim Heidecker here. It's Thursday, September 28th, 2023, live from Glendale, California. Got to get my levels here. It's a little loud in my head. We got a stack. I'm going to do the show eyes closed today. See if that changes anything about my thought process, the way my brain grabs thoughts and transmits them to you. I think it'll be exciting to see what happens. Vic, confirm good idea or bad idea?
I'd be up for that. I support that.
All right. They're open. If you think something is good, then I'm going to bail on it right away.
Right. I know good things when I hear them.
What should we do? What should we do?
You need to leave.
Wow. Vic? You're Vic. You're Doug.
I'm Doug.
Doug, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning to you. And of course, Victor Berger the Fourth is here with biggest headphones I've ever seen. You look like the Fly.
All right. Speaking of flying,
Put those
things,
over your eyes. You look like the Fly.
I'm happy to be here.
It's like Jeff Goldblum got in that transporter thing with a fly and Axl Rose with that hat on, that bandana.
I'm gonna start doing the what's the guy's name from Poison, Bret Michaels. I'm
Michaels.
gonna put the cowboy hat over top the bandana.
That's great. We have it here. Take it.
Where?
Take the cowboy hat, the rainbow cowboy hat.
I got headphones on though.
Okay.
Can't fit over the hat.
Captain Carlin is with us, and
Yellow.
we also want to welcome a brand new intern.
That is the captain of Alton.
What an entrance.
What perfect timing. And should I scold him right away? Or that's not nice on his first day.
Well,
I don't think so.
yeah, we have
Joseph,
the Vic Vision camera too.
nice to see you. Good to be here.
Thank you.
And thank you, Joseph. Welcome aboard.
Give it up for Joseph.
Get back in there and get on the mic, because we'll just ask you a couple of questions real quick. Wes,
Not before you get one more coffee.
let me get a sip in me. Joseph, you're coming in from Temple University?
Wow.
And are you in the Philadelphia area? Is that where you're from? Is that your
Yeah. I'm from the suburbs right outside of Philly, mainline area.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Mainline it, right? Everybody?
Mainline it.
Get in there.
Right on the outskirts of Delco. So
Okay.
a lot of interesting characters.
And how are you enjoying Los Angeles so far? How long have you been out here?
I've been here about a month now, and I will say I've been here once before, but just living here, driving here, you can't beat the weather, obviously, but
Right.
it's a whole different world. So
There you go. It's a whole different world. A whole new world. Well, Joseph, thank you for being here. We hope you stay for a long, long time. At the intern level. All right, back to the big show. We have 2 guests today, and I'm trying to see who I should introduce. If you silently, the both of you,
1, 2.
put a finger up for what order you think I should introduce you in. Okay? Oh, fair enough. Yeah. We'll do it that way. Wow. First of all, this guy might as well be considered Robert Bob Woodward. Is a legendary political reporter, friend of the show, now running a big part of Semaphore, formerly of the Washington Post, political news junkie, news hound, news junkie, blogster, and writer, a great thinker on politics, Dave Weigel, old friend of the show. Dave, great to be in your presence.
It's good to be here. Thank you for all the titles.
The reason Dave is here is, first of all, for him to elucidate us on the, is that a word? Elucidate?
I remember you asked me
I've
that
used that
4
word.
years
Yeah.
ago, and I still don't know if it's a real word.
He is here. It was for the GOP debate last night, so he was out here up in Simi Valley at the presidential Reagan Library, and he's going to have lots of takes, and we're going to get into it, but he's not the main event. Not by a long shot, Dave.
I respect that. Yeah. I know my place.
Because the one and only, the great Megan Stalter is here with us.
Stalter.
Fucking A. Can I get... That's not fair.
I'm having a hard time gathering my thoughts.
Stalter.
The elephant in
This
the
is
room
not what you told me.
I thought that this was a one-on-one interview.
Oh, shit.
And it seems like the whole family was invited. Nothing against you, Dave.
We were a little worried about
Yeah.
your how well you're going to do here.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a great first opportunity for you.
There was a lot of things I wanted to talk about, sex, love, and everything in between.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, okay, it's the boys' club.
Well,
I might as well be in a bra and a hula skirt and just walk around serving everyone drinks, right, Dave?
Dave, do you want some? Do you need something? We can get you something from the kitchen.
I'm fine. I have the sweetest coffee I've ever drank. I'm just going to keep sucking on that when things get awkward.
I asked Matt to clarify that we would have some people on, and
You
if
didn't
that
say, that's okay.
Okay, well, do you want to move past that, or do you want to?
Absolutely. Let's move past it. I'm having fun. The more, the merrier.
Yeah.
Dave, I think you're awesome. I'm excited to. Are you going to ask a question then we both answer and kind of see?
Oh no, I'll sort of
Okay.
I'll manage this like any old talk show.
Okay.
I'll direct things to. But I'd love to hear your thoughts on the debate. I know you watched it last night.
It's awesome. I have to think about it I need to. I had a great time
Did you
watching
get to?
it. And
You woke up early and watched it?
Yeah, on YouTube.
Because last night was a little wild.
I'm a little bit. Tim is kidding. I mean, I'm a little hungover.
Yeah.
Had a
So
lot
am
of lemon drop shots last night. We did an amazing show.
Talk about what it was like to get to perform on the same stage with me.
Oh my God! Well, you came out and everyone was so excited. And then I guess I was kind of like a surprise guest because when I came out, everyone started to go, "Oh my
It was
God!"
insane.
So
It
I
was
was,
insane.
"Oh my God, she's here, she's here!" And they kind of had to usher you to the back like faster because you were right before me.
Well, what we're gonna do is I've got your full set recorded from last night, so we're gonna play that.
No, we don't need to play it though. We don't have
It's
to
really
play
good
it.
fan video from the back, and you can see the whole show.
No one attacked me and nothing crazy happened, so we don't need to play it because I think people know my stand-up, and that's not really what today's about. You know that, T.
Well, we're gonna put it out on Patreon. We're gonna put Meg's. You can laugh. Look at you. You're stifling laughter.
No, I'm not.
By the way.
I'm a big laugher, so I'm gonna let the laughs free when I have them. But Tim did an amazing job last night, and it's not your fault that people were just surprised I was there because I think you had such an amazing set. But then the surprise element of me being there. Oh my
well,
God!
you were
I
on the
thought she was in
bill.
New York!
My only question was you were on the bill, so the surprise was a little.
I think I was surprised. Is she going to show up? Because she might be film. You know, the
Right.
strike's almost over, and
Yeah.
some things gotta. Oh, you could film that. Some big Hollywood thing. So I think people thought I was filming something.
Right. As
in
soon
New
as the
York.
strike ends, you're back to work.
I'm back on set Tuesday. I think I'm going back on set on.
No, you're
on
not.
Tuesday.
Well, the SAG strike is still going.
Yeah, but I
on.
think on Monday they're meeting.
Okay.
So on Tuesday I think I'm
They've
going to
already
be back on
scheduled you.
set. So I've got new curlers for that. But you did such an amazing job last night. I think you were just such a funny guy. And I just think the surprise.
Despite the
element-
reaction from the audience.
No, they
I'm
loved
just
your
kidding.
set. I think they just were so surprised that I actually can make the show.
This was established. Dave, you okay?
I'm doing good.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're off the hook for a litst bit because we've got a lot to
Well,
get
how
into.
was your show last night, Dave?
I was barely part of it. I just was in a tent next to the graves of Ronald and Nancy Reagan, listening to Republican candidates yell at each other.
That's
Yeah. So this
Yeah.
is interesting. To
Did
me.
you interview anybody after the show?
Not the
Or were you
candidates.
just loafing around?
Like I mean, the Trump would send a bunch. He did this the last debate. He sent Don Jr. He sent
Carrie
Carrie Lake
Lake.
to both. You met her, yeah,
Yeah.
in Milwaukee. There were fewer this time, but they all just kind of show up and make fun of how they make fun of everyone there. Like, yeah, it's not really a two-man race. It's their message started to be like, these guys are just hurting down Trump, our inevitable nominee, next president. They should really back off and drop out now.
Right.
That was their message. And they were mocking everybody. I talked to them, talked to the other campaign folks. If you've seen the way these spin rooms work. Like, there's the most fun to me is always the reporters who came from Finland or Israel, like the foreign reporters who will sometimes just ask like a weird existential question, like, why are you running?
Yeah.
And sometimes they'll like, hey, I didn't understand your answer on Ukraine, which made no sense. And the rest of the campaign doesn't understand it either. They're
Right.
Like, oh, we didn't realize there'd be a follow-up.
No,
Wait,
no,
what
no.
are we going to do with Ukraine?
Yeah, I don't know.
So
Yeah.
they're asking the
Why
hard
am I
stuff.
running? I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah, that was fun.
We can make liberals cry again.
This is like
That's
music
Don
to my
Jr., right?
ears because I'm
Yeah.
a political girl.
I was gonna say you know it all, right?
I'm like
you're
I'm a politic queen.
like what is the
All right.
last like what are your thoughts on these polls?
I think that everyone needs to do it.
Yeah, that's true. That's
And
true.
I'm such a big politic queen.
Yeah.
People were calling me that on Twitter.
Oh,
Well, that's why
okay.
you're like. That's why you do these fundraisers we did last
Yeah.
night. And we're very involved with the
Yeah.
DSA and the Teamsters. Meg and I were. Is it Meg or
pick
Megan?
queen.
Because I've been calling you Meg privately.
Well, I like Meg privately and then Megan.
Megan
sort of-
professionally.
yeah,
But
so please stop calling me Meg on
This is
air.
professional.
Yeah. Not like our dinner the other night.
No.
When we ordered too many crab legs.
There really were.
yeah.
What did you raise money for?
I don't even know. What was it? Cancer research?
So I think that it's funny because when you're doing a fundraiser, it's like, we'll just give them the money.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't, yeah, it
I
doesn't
think
really
it was the
matter.
DSA,
yeah.
and it was also a charity for
What's the DSA?
the Democratic Socialists of America, but it was also for the Teamsters. You know what? I don't. It was.
I think
It was
for
strike
the
adjacent
It was for the NBA.
for the Emmys.
It was for the Emmys.
It was an
The
Emmy.
NBA.
It was.
It was for the NBA and the Emmys and the WGA. And it's
Yeah.
kind of just they're
Yeah.
splitting it all up between those groups.
There was a fund to help pay for more Emmys.
And bring the Emmys back.
Yeah, bring the Emmys back. Do you get an Emmy? Just for
Did,
being.
did
in-
I get one or do
Yeah.
I get one?
Will you get one?
No, I haven't got one, and yes, I will.
There she is. That's like
Manifesting.
Vivek.
Would you rather get a Golden Globe or an Emmy?
Vivek. Well, I think the Golden Globes are a crock.
Yeah, I feel like they're kind of.
That's like a scam.
Yeah.
So then I guess an Emmy, but I'm never winning anything. I'm blacklisted, man. I don't get anything.
Hey, don't
I get
talk
no-
about my friend like that.
Excuse me.
Why are you blacklisted, Tim?
Well, let me take a call real quick because for all we know, we're not on the air. So we need confirmation on that. Hello, welcome to the office hours. Who am I speaking with?
Luke in Tucson.
Hello. What's up, y'all? It's Luke.
Hello, everybody. This is
I know you can hear me.
Already
right now.
broken.
Let's try to play some intro music.
Yes? No?
Yeah, we're good for you. What can I help you with?
okay.
This is a good-looking
Hey.
guy, Luke.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Hey, I just wanted to, with the people that are in the room here, you all really made the pandemic for me, Meg. I know you came up during it.
Megan.
Sorry, professionally. I corrected myself now.
Okay,
But
go
Megan,
through the list.
You really did change things. You made things really happy. You sent my friend who was going through a divorce a really funny cameo that gave her a big boost. So thanks for everything.
And how can we find you
that
on
all
Cameo,
did.
Megan?
I think first of all, I want to say, is your name Mr. Luke or is it Mr. Bird? Because there's a lot of birds behind you.
Yeah.
It's a great point that you can either one work. Professionally, Mr. Bird.
Yes, there was a time in my life where I was on Cameo, and I would love to come back if if you feel. Do you guys think that people would want me to?
Well, I know my friend Molly would appreciate it.
And it meant a lot to Molly.
I need more than just Molly though, because I think once you open the account if people aren't buying them, it's humiliating.
All right.
There have to be tens of people getting divorces that could make it worth your while.
That really does mean a lot to me, and I want to be earnest for a second and say thank you. You and Molly got me through the pandemic because it was really fun to make the.
That I don't buy.
One other thing I just wanted to ask too, Tim, I know you came up a Catholic boy. I did too. Did you know that the band Smash Mouth got their name from the Old Testament?
No. Thank you for calling in, though.
You can find them. It's in Somebody Once Told Me.
Wow.
What was
Wait,
it?
so,
I missed the pun. I missed it.
Luke. Well,
Wait, I
so
didn't
wait,
get it.
you're saying that they didn't get it from the Bible?
They did get it from the Bible. You can find the quote in Somebody Once.
No, so I'm
told
saying
me
you're
the
doing a joke,
world is
so
gonna
now I'm
roll me.
thinking you're lying.
It's a bit of both.
Yeah. And we have a new policy on this show, by the way. And this is sort of in reaction to the big New Yorker story about Hassan Minhaj, is that we are required now because of the new law, the comedy laws, the pledge we took is that any story we tell will be true. And if it's not true, we will acknowledge where the embellishments are.
That's why I'm freaking out.
I know,
I'm
because it's like
uncomfortable.
maybe
And-
he didn't get the note.
Yeah,
which
and to
would
lie
make
about the
sense.
Bible. I'm like,
Yeah.
would God, he, him, like
Yeah.
that?
Well, also they got their name, but the word Smash Mouth isn't in the Old Testament.
So you're just saying about the psalm part?
You can
Psalm
translate
body?
all kinds of
It's in
ways.
that particular psalm.
Yeah.
But anyway,
All right. Well,
way
thank
home
you, and good luck to you with everything
Bye-bye.
else.
Thank you. Same to you all. Appreciate it. Also, hey, Dave.
Hello.
Did Dave help you get through the pandemic, by the way?
Amen.
Dave did. Dave gave me the good news every day that didn't put me completely on edge.
That's true.
Oh yeah, that was the news that did that.
Dave's the
I don't
voice
really
of
can't
reason.
take credit, but thank
Don't
you.
shoot the messenger.
Yes, thank you.
I'm so confused if it was a pun or is he just saying the psalm part's the pun?
I'm going to call you later today and walk you through it.
You'll get it.
I just think like they did get their name from the Bible, but also you're saying that somebody psalm.
Psalm. All
So
he
it's a
has is the
pun.
word psalm.
But that's my question: is that
That's
the
all you need
only
sometimes.
pun? Is that the
Doug, I
only
need you
pun in
to
it?
punch this up. There must be
It
something else
needs to
there.
Thank you,
work.
Doug.
You can't just the body part needs to fit into the joke
Yeah.
too. So.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. I get the psalm part, of course I do.
Sure.
Of course.
You got that right away.
But I'm thinking somebody once told me that. I think it's just the psalm part you're saying that's the pun, right?
I think you guys will get this in a couple of days. It's one of those things that
Oh,
really
we get it.
Oh,
How
no,
dare you?
I can't stress enough that I get the psalm part.
Yeah, yes.
I'm asking, is there any truth to them finding their name in the Bible? No. Okay, so we just were told a lie. Because I started going, oh my God, that's
Yeah, I didn't know
cool,
that.
That'd
You
be
know?
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hook, line, and sinker. And I agree with Megan that the idea that we don't get it and then in a couple days it'll come to us like,
come back to us. Maybe when you're sleeping tonight, you'll think about it.
yeah, I wasn't born last week, pal.
you'll in the shower or something like that. It doesn't have to be in a couple of days. It could be today. You just need
All
a
right,
moment.
I'm done with Doug.
I actually think you'll get what we're saying later in the shower, Doug.
Doug, do you know
Wait,
my
his name-
Tucson pun?
Oh, Luke.
His name. My name is Doug.
I said Doug because you said Doug. I said Doug because you said. I was like, I guess his name's Doug.
But guess what? Our sound guy Luke is from Arizona. So now I'm lost.
So there's two Lukes and there's one Doug.
There's
Hey
two
Luke,
songs.
why don't you go back to Tatooine? Will you get the hell out of here?
Ow!
Actually,
Wars.
Tucson came from the Bible too. Tucson.
Two songs.
Two psalms.
See, that works because that's like probably a real
Yeah,
verse.
and also you didn't have a big fat lie that went along with it.
Well, that was a lie too.
How about a city of the day palate cleanser?
Fair enough.
Bye, Luke.
Bye, Luke. We love you and we appreciate you. And we know that you like the little sparring we all do. It's fun. Oh shit! I got to do some work here. Hold on. City of the day is sponsored by. Oh no, please, oh God.
I moved it down on the page there.
Is that it? City of the day is sponsored by ChatGTP.
Chat?
ChatGTP. It's our new sponsor. Ever since you were potty trained, you've been wiping with your own hand. I can't do it. Ever since you were potty trained, you've been wiping with your own hand. Aren't you sick of it? Now there's a better way. Introducing ChatGTP, the AI wiping system of the future that makes toilet time easy. After you lay down a steaming coiler,
What?
I truly. Sometimes I read these, sometimes I don't. Today. After you lay down a steaming coiler, simply stand up and an electronic eye will scan your rump for.
Dave is dying over this.
Yeah.
I can't believe this is
Stuck on
disgusting.
Corley.
I know this is
I just haven't heard Corley before.
This is elementary boys locker room humor. All right, I'm gonna try again. Can I get another take here? Now talk about cutting things out of the show. Let's get. After you lay down a steaming coiler, simply stand up and an electronic eye will scan your rump for skids and berries. Once the soiled, I hope you're cutting to Weigel over here. He's losing it.
You said this is a boys' club. Is that your take?
Yeah.
I'm definitely.
Once the soiled area has been identified, Once the soiled areas have been identified, a silicone robotic arm will grab the perfect amount of TP and gently wipe the cheeks and crack with nano precision. Once you're clean, you can pull up your pants and start your day. No need to even wash your hands. The coolest part, the voice of William Shatner will soothe you through the whole process. Order now and get a free Bid AI attachment and take your cleanliness to the next level. Chat GTP, available exclusively at newegg.com/wipemeupscotty.
It's not that gross. It kind of is a good idea.
It's actually a good
I
idea.
had a jingle made.
Oh, sorry. You didn't tell me in the doc.
Not the
I
dumbest
forgot to-
AI
I forgot to
idea
write that.
either.
Go ahead, Doug.
Hold on.
My robotic arm is helping me wipe in a high-tech toilet. I'm feeling so hype. William Shatner voice is like a symphony, calming my nerves, making me feel productive. You see.
For full access to Uber Duck, sign up for our premium plan.
I had an AI
That's
jingle
amazing.
made.
That's AI.
All right.
All right, I'm for
That's a
AI.
good rapper, though.
Phil? Phil's our city of the day today, I believe.
We got Phil?
Hey everybody, how's everyone
no.
doing? Good to see you guys. Thanks for having me on as the city of the day.
I got some slapback from you, Phil. Can you should know by now, this is 3-4 years of you doing this show, and I'm hearing your voice doubled.
Please do it.
Well, I'm sorry about that. Hang on just a second. Maybe I don't know if I can fix it. I'm kind of like in a bind
remember,
right
we gotta
now.
zoom.
I know, that was perfect, though.
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me okay? Because I'm kind of limited as to what I can do here.
Why?
Anyway, the city of the day is Glendale because I am in Glendale right now.
You are?
Yeah. Can you guys hear me, in fact? I don't know.
Yeah, we can hear you. We just can't see you. I don't know
Like,
what's going on.
how close to the studio are you?
I'm very, very close. Doug, you can't hear me?
Where are you?
Doug, can you hear my voice?
Using a flashlight?
Maybe if you can follow my voice, you can see where I'm at there in the studio.
He's saying he's inside the studio right now.
He's behind you?
Wait, what?
Maybe you want a cold and
Like,
warm?
can you
Like,
can you hear me? Look over to your right shoulder, maybe. It's all black where I'm at. I can't see a thing.
Open the curtains there.
maybe
No.
try from the other side?
No, you're cold there.
Try the other side of the curtain there.
Here?
Yeah, pull it.
Yeah,
What the hell?
there I am.
That sent a chill down my
Hey,
spine.
good to see you guys.
Now I need the longer headphones.
This is insane. How
Just
does it?
slide it
Oh,
over
there's-
from the left. Yeah, there you go.
Oh my God, that
You seen this?
Oh, there's Megan. I can see Megan there.
That is scary. It's sending a chill down up and down.
is. I don't like it.
I do not
Wait,
like that at
you're in
all.
my wall.
Hey, Dave.
Hello.
Dave, are you
I'm
scared?
Oh, not now. Now that's been revealed.
Yeah.
This seems normal.
Get the fuck out of my house!
Hey, stop.
Get out of my house, dude!
Wait, we'll just cover him back.
Yeah.
Yeah, cover him back up.
No, don't cover it up.
I mean,
Boy,
He's staring,
I'm
he's
hiding in
staring
the
at
pig
if you're
me.
doing
I'm
the
a
old
big
hiding
fan.
in
I
the
just wish I
painting
could,
thing,
like,
you don't
shake
want
your
to
hand.
let us know you're in there, right? You want it to be more. The whole point of it is to like.
And there's also a curtain in
There was
front
a
of you the
curtain
whole
so he couldn't see us until now, until the big reveal.
How long was he there?
Well, the unfortunate part is I'm kind of trapped back here.
Wait, what's that, Phil? What's that, Phil?
Unfortunately, I'm kind of trapped back here. See, I'm starting a new business where I'm installing these in people's homes and offices, and so you can observe. And I'm working with my partner Carlos, and there was no trap door or anything here built in, so I just kind of had him wall me back in the back here, but I can't get out. So, I've been here for 2 days.
I mean, I know the architecture here a little bit. It's basically just like, that's a wall with some 2x4s, so it can't be more than like, I don't know, a foot and a half or something of space back there. And how did you get in? Can't you get out the way you got in?
Carlos cut the opening, but then I had him seal it back up.
It feels like you would choose a different part of the wall to be able to see us.
I would think so too. Well,
right? Like probably behind you.
Yeah,
like in one of these portraits here.
Yeah.
Well,
I've been here for 2 days.
Well, it must smell great back there.
Ew!
You know what he's doing.
Gross! Yuck!
Well, maybe he's not eating.
Maybe he's got
No, I
ChatGPT.
haven't eaten.
Well, we have a bit of a mouse problem. Are you have any interference from any mice in the walls?
You've got a big infestation going on back here for sure. I can tell you that. But at any rate, I'm trying to install these, and be happy to leave this as a permanent installment as long as I can get out. But it's a great way to look in on conversations. And
Yeah, nobody wants that, Phil. I mean, maybe sick people do, but and there's certainly a market for that. I mean, there's a lot of sickos out there. Phil, we got to go, but I'm gonna, as soon as the show's over, I'm gonna call 911 and figure out a way to get you out. Okay? Just hang tight.
I'll be watching the show.
Close that curtain. I'm done. Bye-bye.
I'll leave it open so I can watch.
No, I don't think so, buddy.
Maybe a little crack.
No, get him closed. Close it down. I don't want him to see the show. I don't want him looking at Megan.
He was looking down my jeans. I could tell the way he was looking.
It's mental.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Phil. Good luck. Wow.
Well,
I don't want to spoil stuff and make it feel like maybe this doesn't need to be discussed. And I don't know if anyone's going to believe me, but again, we did sign the pledge.
Right.
What I say is true unless I have to acknowledge embellishments.
It has to be true.
It has to be true. I didn't know that. I didn't know anything about that bit. Matt, can you confirm?
No one knew except me and Wes.
Oh, I believe you 100%.
Fucking good
I mean,
bit.
I know that at first I wasn't smiling. It was because I was scared because I was like, how did he get here?
Yeah.
And I don't know him as well as y'all.
No, you don't.
So if I, like for
You don't
me,
know
that
what's
was a stranger was in the room looking at
And
down my
maybe
jeans.
what should have happened is Matt should have sidebarred you and said, listen, I know you don't know
Oh,
the show that
yeah.
well, right?
Another fail. Sorry.
So many guys in here, I don't even know where they all are. Is there any guys behind that curtain?
I know. Can everybody come out if there's anybody else here?
I just like
Show
to know how many are
yourselves.
in the room looking at me.
Well, I'm sorry. All I can do is apologize.
How could you be sorry if you didn't even know? unless
I'm
you're
responsible
going back
for
on
this
it?
ship. I know he thinks he's Captain Carlin, but I am responsible. I'm Admiral. I am
Well,
Chief
then
of Staff.
Why would you keep that from Captain Tim? Why would you keep a secret like that from Captain Tim? He should know who's on the ship.
True. I have no excuse.
Yeah. You know what's funny is now, and Dave, this is a nice segue. Nobody can apologize anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, they just explain themselves, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or say it's a conspiracy. I mean, you had Menendez.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I blame Phil. It's Phil's
He
fault.
blamed, I think, anti-Latino discrimination for him having gold bars throughout his house.
Yeah.
Another good use of wall space from him. Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
this
did he have it?
This is more fun, but
Did he have it stashed in
all sorts of places. It's one of those, like, indictments are fun. I didn't appreciate that until the last 5 years when every news story is somebody else got indicted.
Yeah.
But they're really good.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I have fun writing what I write, but if, like, lawyers who could just, guess what? We searched the guy's whole house and here's what we found. Good stuff.
It just seems wacky that a lot of these things are, that there's a mindset that these things are like coordinated and planned, and that the idea is to get somebody for political reasons. I just don't think that's how the world works. Like all these people, all these 9 to 5 or Justice Department, wherever it is, they're like, right? They're just like doing their job, but maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong.
No, it worked so, he lost, I guess, but it worked so well for Trump for so long, and once somebody gets away with that take, and that why would you not? I mean, even I think.
Wait, did you just come from the future and say that Trump lost?
Oh, he lost the last time.
Right.
Yeah. Allegedly.
Yeah.
He lost last time.
Do you think that politicians are basically actors, comedians, performers?
More and more.
Really
every
good
time,
question.
like
So you're
every
better
time,
at this than I am.
Every
Good
time
for
one
you.
of them loses.
I'll give you a hug.
Oh, yeah.
I want to give you a hug because I thought that was so.
Ow! Ow, he's pinching me.
Excuse me. I thought that was so great.
That was a good segue. Thank you.
I'm proud of you for doing that, for stepping
I
up.
felt like the hug was nice, and you started pinching my back.
I didn't pinch anybody.
Ow! Really rough.
That's a good question, Dave.
I was saying, every time one of the normal ones loses, a guy who's just like a good lawyer who then became a politician, they're replaced by a guy who just wants to go on TV, wants to go on Rumble, and just talk about their grievances, get a big blow up of like Hunter Biden naked. There's a lot of those blow ups.
You should give Dave a hug too.
I will when he says something actually smart.
Oh yeah. Oh.
But the first was the guy you were sitting next to last night, the dead guy.
Reagan?
Reagan, first like Hollywood guy.
Yeah, he's
right?
the original made for TV.
Yeah.
But now it's just normal people who like have mid-level reality show charisma, but then they'll get elected to the House, and then it's hard to tell what they're doing apart from just owning people, like on with their tweets, etc. And I don't know that trend is not reversing. Like I'll talk to the 20 normal guys left. They're kind of sad about it. There is like
who's the most normal person up on that stage last night, in your opinion?
Oh, the governor of North Dakota. You can't not.
Bergam.
Yeah, it's the most normal state. He just was losing it because he would say, "Hey, I have the resume all you people say you like. Why are you not paying attention to me? I got rich in business. I was a governor. Doesn't that matter?" And the answer is not really. I don't really care about that anymore.
What about having them take improv classes? Could that be
some of them
helpful?
have.
That's a really good
Or
idea.
an acting coach.
No, they won't talk
Right?
about it. It's embarrassing, but many of these guys have just get those basic skills so that when you're in a TV debate and they're laughing at you or something, or how do you? Some people just can't tell a story very well, so they'll pick up that.
Oh, like a storytelling class.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
Moth.
Wait, I have
They will never admit it. It's like they would admit various drug addictions before they would admit they took an acting class, but they've done it.
I have a huge reveal.
Are you sure you want to do this?
Yeah, this is exactly where I need to say this because I've been holding it back for years. I took a improv class before he was kind of a politician person with Chasten, Pete Buttigieg's husband.
Really?
And Chasten was my closest friend in class, and I love him. Guess what? He would always tell me what he wanted me to do in the improv scene before we do it.
That's not cool. That's not what improv is about. But you liked him anyway.
He was taking it for fun.
Sure.
Like he's sweet and he was like trying to have a fun time. And he'd be like, be the doctor. And I try to ignore him because I was like, I'm here for fun and business. I want to get good at improv. I can't take in the ideas before the scene.
Now, is this where you started in improv? Were you Groundlings or UCB or
No,
what?
this was in Chicago, and this was at a theater. Oh, God, what was it called? It wasn't one of the main ones, but I took all the main ones too as well.
Improv Olympic.
I took IO. I took Second City. I took The Annoyance, but I will never. This was like at a black box theater underground.
Well, you a couple of white people performing in a black box. I don't know what that.
And he every day would come in and tell me what you want to do. Be the doctor.
And you were okay with that?
What?
Or did you think it was?
No, I kind of tried to block it out, even though I did love him. Like and I still love him, and he's one.
Are you still in touch?
Once in a while, he'll write a nice message.
Aw.
But he has the twin children now.
He's busy.
Oh,
yeah.
Everyone
hated that story. Great.
Well, I didn't know that you could do that. I thought he was breaking improv rules. But
Great.
I
I guess I'll go fuck myself.
Well,
I thought it had a big story.
What am I supposed to do?
There's a lot of
someone bigger
podcasts
than
with like.
Buttigieg's husband.
You took improv with Pete Buttigieg's husband?
I think it was the lead up. I shouldn't have announced. Oh, I got this big reveal, and then the sound cue comes in. I go, okay, I'm gonna have to really. And then Dave, he didn't even crack a smile at that story.
I was doing this. I had my hand on my chin.
You guys thought it'd be
thoughtfully.
someone even crazier or something, I guess.
Yeah, like Joe Biden. I took improv with Joe Biden. Can I just? I don't think I've been managing the show well because I have not properly explained where Megan and I are at mentally.
Come on, man.
Because we love show business. And we love helping. And we did mention we did this show last night, but what we didn't mention maybe
I'm sure
is...
we mentioned that we like helping too.
Yeah, we do love helping
Yeah.
and giving. But the truth is, we did 2 shows last night. Where's the breaking news music? Doesn't matter. I'm just
And
kidding.
again, Tim, you did an amazing job.
the headline news.
I didn't get. I go to bed at 10 o'clock on,
Yeah.
on an average night and wake up at 6. So last night I didn't get home till 1 in the morning.
Oh yeah.
And how do I go to sleep as soon as I get home? When you get home, do you go right to sleep? No.
Oh, after I watch 500 TikTok videos.
Yeah, exactly.
I go right to sleep after that. I will say earlier, I was kind of playing around, but you were so funny last night. I was laughing so hard I was crying, and it was so good. And then when I got off stage after my set, you were like, "Oh, you're done already?" And I was like, "Oh, did you not see my set?" And you're like, "Yeah, I went to get a drink."
No, that's not true. I saw your. Look at you. Stop being such a bad person. For just relax.
And I said, "Oh, you did? Well, the bar's in the theater." And you're like, "Oh, I went somewhere else."
I left the
I was
venue.
like, "Oh, okay."
I went to the bodega to get a soda. No, I watched both your sets.
And
Which one was better?
Which one of mine?
Yeah.
I think the second one was a little looser. Dead silence. You thought the first one was better.
The problem was both of our sets were similar to each other. Not to each other, but like we did the same thing.
I thought you were telling me that I copied your
No.
stuff. I was like, oh, okay.
I still want to do that one day, is go
Do
out.
the same exact stuff.
Yeah, and come, like if Chelsea Peretti was also very funny.
Mhm.
And I would love to come out and like do a bunch of her jokes after she already went up.
Word for word is so, I've always
Yeah.
thought that would be so funny.
But I guess maybe the surprise of your first set made that a little more exciting for me.
Okay.
So if I had to rate them, they were both fantastic.
I tried
Second
to
set-
add.
First set
I
might.
hate to say this, but I did try to add some different stuff to the second.
You absolutely did.
But so you like the first one better because you've never seen me perform.
Never.
And then the second, you're like, I've seen this
Yeah, this is
an
getting
hour
a little
ago.
old.
But I tried to switch it up. But to know that you watched it thinking, oh, not as surprising, then it makes me.
Yeah, I know.
Do you ever see that someone's been at? Oh, this person's seen my set a bunch. I better come up with like something crazy tonight.
No.
Yeah, me either.
No. But comedy is so dependent on surprise. Surprise.
But what about? Oh, that's my favorite joke. Oh, what?
Yeah, I guess I get some of that too. You listen to, I've been listening to this Mitch Hedberg record for the 50th time. You ever do that, Dave? Bring it back to him.
What was the helping part that you were saying?
The what?
The helping part. What was that part?
Well, we were doing a charity event, so we were helping.
Right.
But the point was, we're out of our minds because I was up too late.
I was up too late and up very early.
Did you have HMU come over and get you all ready for the show?
So I had hair and makeup come over around 3 a.m.
3?
And then
That's a lot.
sometimes I like to do a vocal coach sort of thing. So they
I hear
came
that.
over at 4.
1, 2, 3.
And I like to do, well, of course I need some me time in the morning.
Yeah, I need an hour
yeah.
alone.
Oh, 2.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
2.
Light some incense and do some, write in my diary. And here I am. And then, yeah. And I also came 3 hours early.
I know, you were here really early,
Yeah.
crack of dawn.
Can I mention
Yes,
my
poor
dilemma?
Vic is trying to get his word.
So much to say, not really, but every morning at 4:45, my asshole neighbor across the street comes out with his huge motorcycle and just fucking
What?
rips it. And he because he's going off to work and he's probably pissed he's got to go to work.
At 4:45? Where does he work?
I don't know.
These fucking blue collar
he does it,
working.
but he does it on purpose and he sets off all the car alarms.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Every day?
morning. Yeah. It's sick. It's even weekends too. Like, he's got to go to work and everything, but like, I don't know.
He's mad at everyone that he has to go to
Yeah,
work.
but I don't know what to do about it because I get it. It sucks to get up at that time, but it's like also
That's
it's
psychotic
and then
behavior.
Then I'm like, oh, there he goes, and then I try to go back to sleep, and I can't.
I'd leave
do
a
it.
note on his motorcycle.
Yeah, what's with these guys that
I'd
have to
fucking
let their
pop
cars
those tires.
bikes idle forever?
Or disable the brakes.
Just do that.
If you disable, no, I'm
Exactly.
serious.
That'll
If you
be the
disable
last
the
time.
brakes and he's zooming away, they're like, Bye bye.
Yeah, why don't you just
And it's
disable
not
that
it's not
phrase?
illegal.
It's not.
It's not illegal to
No.
turn someone's brakes off.
I'm sure that it's not illegal to turn someone's brakes off and then leave a note saying, well, maybe you don't do it next time.
Yeah,
Hey,
right.
why don't-
If you left a note, though, you could probably.
Right.
You don't want to leave that much evidence. Just do it, but don't leave a note.
No, you got to do
Yeah.
something louder an hour before
That's-
he gets up.
right,
Yeah.
right,
Let him
right.
know what it feels like.
We got a Hatfields and McCoys situation.
Or leave a note with somebody else's name on it. That would throw people off.
You just should
that's a good idea.
leave a note
Rick.
that says enough.
Enough. I'll just blast this.
Can I share a story about getting up in the middle of the night? It might take a few minutes.
We got time.
Please.
So we take a call and then I'll tease that story.
Oh, now I'm
Well, great.
very
That's all I'm going to be
curious.
thinking about.
I bet we won't get back to that story. We're just gonna keep
No,
thinking.
no,
Oh,
we
we'll
have to.
forget.
I have a fear of
We will
missing out on
forget.
conversation.
Yeah.
So I'll be
See?
thinking of it.
Okay.
FOCO.
I have fear of missing out on conversation. I'll be thinking about the story until you tell it.
Okay. Well, let's see if this person can raise the game, level up.
This is a nice story from Vinny.
Oh, Vinny.
Vinny has a nice
Vinny
story.
Boombat. What's that? Vinny Boombat.
Vinny, you're
Vinny
on.
Boombox.
Can you unmute?
Is it a reference?
It's a reference.
Oh,
Vinny?
this song
Am I
makes me
muted? Can you guys hear
cry.
me?
There you go.
This song makes me cry.
Does it? Does it?
Yeah.
Vinny, what's
The
the
end of
story,
Matilda.
buddy?
That's
What the
how
hell's
that
going
song.
on with your? Look at
Wow,
Megan.
that's
Comment on what
cool.
you're seeing right now.
Oh,
I want real time.
Is it like
Okay,
a
I'll
cat
comment.
parkour thing?
That's interesting, Mr. Flat
yeah.
Box World.
Yeah.
I bet it's for weasels. Is it for
Whoa!
it's
You're letting your
cats.
cat
You
go
sure?
that high?
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Vinny, you need to keep the cat. That's crazy to be letting your animal go that high. He should
Yeah,
not be
they
higher
like-
than you.
But in the
They
wild,
like
cats
the
don't live
vertical
in
exercise.
Wild
But I
cats
think
don't
they
live in
appreciate it. They appreciate it.
All right, very quickly, Vinny. I know you have something meaningful and heartwarming to share with us, but
He's feeling self-conscious about the cat. The cat
Yeah, I'm
wall.
like easing away from it. Yeah, I don't know if you guys remember. I called in like last year around this time, and you might remember this brick wall that had stickers on it. But
coming
I
yeah,
called in
I did
with,
comedy there a few nights ago.
I called in when Tenacious D was on.
You called in when
And,
Tenacious D was on, yes.
Yeah. And Jack Black at one point like offered me backstage passes, and I followed up on it and saw like if it could really happen, and sure enough, we got backstage passes. We went to the show, Tenacious D, last week. It was incredible. It was one of the best
that's so
shows
nice.
I've ever been to.
But didn't
So
you,
I
when you
just
called
wanted-
in last time, when you called in to talk to Jack and Kyle, didn't you say that his movie School of Rock inspired you to become a teacher?
That's right. I'm a teacher, yeah, and I think that really resonated with him.
There he is.
Let's show the pics. Let's show the pics.
We got them up. We
Oh,
got
there
them
you
up.
go.
Are you doing a gang
Oh,
sign,
yeah.
sir?
Did Jack say anything about
Yeah.
me? Did Jack say
Yeah,
anything about me?
we brought you up because he asked how I got in, and I'm actually wearing the shirt I wore
All right,
that
but
night
get
I
back
got
to
the
me.
backstage pass. I was trying to do the Wayne's World, thing, so it was great. It was a great show. People were stage diving. I mean, it was in a theater, but people were still like crowd surfing, and I mean, it was one of the most metal shows I've ever been to. It was great blend of comedy and music, and
Yeah,
just wanted to thank you guys.
Who was the
Thank
opener?
you guys for. Oh, that's it too. Dave Hill was the opener.
Oh, Dave Hill. Yeah, he's great.
Vinny?
Dave Hill's great. And
Oh,
then
Megan's got a
afterwards-
question for you.
You do not
Okay, what's up?
You do not need to be shy. You can ask for tickets to my one-woman show, Mama Do Not Come In Right Now.
Are
It's
you
all about
coming
a solo
to?
trip I took to Seattle.
Excuse
You coming to
Vinny,
Plano, Texas
excuse
sometime soon?
Vinny, you're talking over Megan, and I don't like it.
It's
This
all-
is not the GOP
He was about
presidential
to say
debate.
something about Dave Hill, I think.
If you want to come, you could just come out and say that. You don't have to tell the story and reminisce about the old
don't
times.
beat around the bush.
I
If
would
you
love-
want
I
to see
would
the
love
one-woman
to.
show, all about a solo trip I took to Seattle, just ask.
I know. Right?
I would love
You do
to.
not
I
need to
would
tell
love
this
to.
big story. And also, I was wondering, did Jack Black say anything about his favorite female comedians, and name any of those?
A lot of Lisa Lampanelli talk.
Okay, yeah. All right.
But
You don't think
Dave
he didn't
Hill
say anything
backstage-
about anybody else, huh?
No,
You-
he didn't. He
okay.
didn't bring it up. He didn't get it. I'm really trying to shoehorn this Dave Hill story in. You can't,
No,
we'll have
it's
to
okay.
save that for another time. I don't really need a Dave Hill story, honestly.
okay. All right, well,
appreciate
he's a
it.
good guy. Cowabunga Comedy. I think we're gonna get Dave Hill to come out to Plano, Texas, and do a show. So
Oh, what a relief!
We love Dave Hill too. We love Dave Hill.
Thank you, Vinny. The other day, over the weekend, driving my kids around to go somewhere, and we're driving through Silver Lake, and there we see walking down the street Jack Black, and he was just walking down the street with his backpack on, and could I have stopped and said hello? Of course. But he had his headphones on, and he's motivated, and I'm in traffic.
Yeah.
But it was kind of cool because my kids know him very well, especially because of this goddamn Super Mario Brothers movie.
Oh, the Peaches song?
The Peaches
I've
song.
heard this. That all kids love that song now.
Yeah, they're obsessed with that song. So it was cool. I was like, hey kids, there's Jack Black. And they're like, they literally like, oh, I thought you were pointing at a billboard. Like, because they know that I know him and everything.
Wait, they know him. They've met him though in real life too.
They did years ago,
Oh, okay.
very briefly at a pool thing. Billiards.
Have they met Dave Hill? Because I'm still thinking about the rest of that story.
Yeah, dying.
Oh,
to
yeah, what happened?
Yeah.
What the hell?
What?
Never got to Dave
It's
Hill?
very important.
I moved on because I'm not interested.
Do you know the way that you stuck up for me in there was absolutely mesmerizing. I lost myself in that's why I'm being so earnest now because I was okay. He just stuck up for me.
Yeah,
that was like
chivalrous.
a different level of friendship than
Well, let's talk about friendship.
You know?
Can we talk about friendship? Because the reason you're here, everyone loves you. You're having a great moment.
I don't think that Vinny was a fan.
That's okay. Vinny doesn't know
It's
shit.
okay.
He's just finding out about Tenacious D, and it's 2023. But I guess I met you very briefly during the first Drop concert. Very probably, hey, thanks for coming by.
Yeah.
And then
What did you think of me then? Because I
knew you were friends with Sarah Squirm.
But you didn't know me as myself.
No,
like
I
we
didn't.
didn't know each other yet, so it was kind of like Sarah's friends here.
Yeah,
kind of.
And I'd heard
Yeah.
rumblings that this is a new talent to be looking out
Really?
for. But this is a hot shot coming up in the scene. And then you blow up. You get on some show. We're not going to mention it because we're on strike. And you're beloved, doing a lot of sponsored content. Appreciate it. But then we're both
What
in
do
this
you mean
movie.
by that?
Well,
What's the sponsorship that comes to mind first, though?
Well, just because you mentioned it last night.
Right,
backstage.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, you're
the
clearly
Dunkin' Donuts
like,
commercial?
huh?
Are you talking about the Dunkin' Donuts commercial?
No.
I didn't get that.
No, we'll talk. That's for another time. But then we're both in New York to go to Chelsea Peretti's movie that we're both in. But again, we didn't work together on that movie.
Not even one day.
No. So there's no way to form any
You're
kind
right.
of...
I only saw you that day with Sarah, and then we did a full movie and didn't see each other during the movie.
Yeah. And so we had this little cast dinner before the movie, and I was like thinking about you and thinking, I want to know, first of all, I would love to have her on the show. And secondly, seems like a funny person. Maybe I had an instinct that we might get along.
Sorry.
No. You okay? It's like me with breadcrumbs.
I started drinking down the wrong pipe.
It's like my breadcrumbs last night.
Oh yeah, you were choking on the.
This show might be too inside. I don't know if it's like.
I think people can imagine. Oh, you were choking on the breadcrumbs.
No, we want to hear more about the show that none of us went to.
Backstage banter that we
I'm not
weren't
actually
part
talking
of.
about that, but
Tim, that's not the only thing you ate. The chicken in the bowl. He was eating little strips of chicken with nothing on it.
I was, and pizza, but anyways, we had this dinner and we said let's be friends.
The Chinese chicken.
Well, I think it was just such a fun dinner because we really got to know each other, and we and there was lots of food there. There was pasta and there was bread, and I think we were kind of like there was a lot of people there that were like that we didn't know.
Yeah.
Right, and so we were kind of like we kind of clung to each other.
Yes.
I think you even were like, please don't move from the seat.
Yes, because then
Not in a
some like
scary way,
executive
but-
would swoop in and like talk about.
Not that we don't like them.
Love
We love them. We
executive.
love them. But it was more like we have to stick
Yeah.
together.
And then last night you said I haven't like you had acknowledged you hadn't seen some of my work.
No, I said.
But you said I know we would get along because we have the same sense of humor.
I did not say that I didn't see your work.
No.
What I said was I go, I haven't seen you perform live.
Oh, that's true.
I wasn't able to see you perform live yet.
That's true.
It's on
Don't
my
swim,
bucket
maybe.
list.
I mean, they let Tim and Eric do their thing.
They were really good. had a lot.
I was able to
things.
see
I'm,
Mr.
like,
Tim
decent at
perform
one or
live,
two
which was on my
things
bucket list.
in life.
So I got to check that off last night.
Okay. Okay. I need to reset. I need to reevaluate a lot of things right now.
But guess what?
Yeah.
You've not seen me perform live.
And we
not putting
broke
us
that
at
cherry last night.
Not putting us at the same level. I've been dreaming of seeing you live, whereas it sounds like you were like, okay, Sarah's friend. But I somehow got, I sort of, since I'm such a big fan of you, I think I manifested us becoming friends.
Yes. And we'll see how it goes. What are we going to do? Go to the mall together?
Well, what were you thinking? Like, do you feel like I'm going to be a friend that's like invited to holiday dinner?
No.
Oh.
No. Dave Weigel's not even at that
Dave,
one.
why did you laugh
Vic's
at
not
that?
even.
Oh, just the brio with which he said no. I thought that was
Dave,
really emotional.
you were not even barely looking at us during our big story about last night's.
He's processing.
I was going back and forth. There's a video record somewhere of my reaction.
Are you going to do a story on this interview? Are you going to post something today about this?
There's not enough conflict. I only like to write. I mean, this is
Not
more,
even one shared story.
I could tweet something, but I mean, like a full story, I need people to be yelling.
What would the
about,
tweet be? I had an amazing day.
Yeah, probably. Like if there's a selfie, maybe we'll even incorporate it. I haven't thought about it yet.
Mm.
All right,
Dave, after going to the debates last night, who would you say? Who would you vote for if you had to pick one?
Look at Doug. Look at Doug. Very good.
Are you going to give Doug a hug?
Yeah, does Zach win a hug?
I
should.
Well, not yet. Well, it's just
not with that. Not with his headphone
Yeah,
situation.
He pinches.
I could do like a Christian side hug.
I mean, the answer, Christie's the most fun for like a content last perspective. Not that, and also, let's see, how would I put it? You want copy. You want somebody who's gonna give you some banter. He's the same. They're all kind of the same on policy. They've all like moved to what Trump did, but I think Christie would go back and forth the most, and people would tune in again to what we're doing. Because right now, all of political news is just like Trump's on trial again. I think people pay
let me
attention
ask
to
you this.
President Christie.
Can I get your take on this?
Yeah.
Because this is a hypothetical, perhaps maybe a slight wishful thinking from me. Are you okay?
I'm good. I just squinted. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you went into a real deep squint.
What a mess.
Deep
You thought he was having a medical.
What are you, Mike Pence over there?
Oh, he squints really hard.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. And he also Pence does what I do sometimes, which is say something that he thinks is going to be funny and it doesn't land.
Yeah, we have some clips
he'll
of
breathe
that.
really hard after he does that. Yeah, yeah.
Let's see that. Let's before we get into my theory.
Yeah.
And we have my medical
Joe
story
Biden
to talk about. My ears.
Oh, is this? I think I know which one this is going to be.
Oh, and the story. You had another story about like the middle of the night that we were not.
That's what I'm
That's
talking
right.
about.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Sorry.
Also, Dave's wearing fun socks. I just realized.
Those are cute.
Oh, thank you. They kind of they don't not go with the blazer. And
I am a young, vibrant man.
Are there many blazers in this studio? Is this weird that I'm wearing this?
I love it.
Okay,
I think
good.
it's like
looks great.
You're like right as Trump would say. You're right out of central castings.
There's networks that have hired, promoted certain cameramen because he likes handsome men. There's but not in that way.
Who's he?
Trump respects handsome men.
Oh yeah, he does.
He considers himself. You've seen the picture of him, like the painting where he's wearing like the tennis outfit.
Yeah.
Like that's how he sees himself. That's how he wants other people to look. And so it's noticeable the people who cover him now, the cameramen, the shutters and like the film. Really good looking, just like real workout constantly.
These are the people that work for him.
They're to cover him. The networks
Right.
would be like, we need the best looking guy possible to cover Trump, because he'll comment on it. He'll stop and say, "Look at this guy. How much does he work out?" And then once he starts talking, and get him on something else.
But yet they're still publishing pictures of him with his chin pulled back. What was
He
that
doesn't
quote he
like
said?
that.
All right, let's hear what Mike Pence. These are the
real fat-faced photo.
zingers he had last night. Megan. Megan Pence.
Joe Biden doesn't belong on a picket line. He belongs on the unemployment line. I'm glad Vivek pulled out of his business deal in 2018 in China. That must have been about the time you decided to start voting in presidential elections. I served in Congress for 12 years, although it seemed longer. Chris, you mentioned the president's situation. My wife isn't a member of the teachers union, but I got to admit I've been sleeping with a teacher for 38 years. And, for full disclosure.
See, these are comedians. These are performers. These are
they're all-
entertainers.
Well, my question about that is obviously there's a lot like the horrible Christie.
Yeah.
I was gonna say something else. His horrible Donald Duck line.
Yeah, that one didn't
That's
land.
he goes. They're going to start calling Donald Trump Donald Duck.
You want that one?
Because do you want to hear this?
And I want to look at that camera right now and tell you, Donald, I know you're watching. You can't help yourself. I know you're watching, okay? And you're not here tonight, not because of polls and not because of your indictments. You're not here tonight because you're afraid of being on the stage and defending your record. You're ducking these things. And let me tell you what's going to happen. You keep doing that, no one up here is going to call you Donald Trump anymore. We're going to call you Donald Duck.
Dead silence. He needs a better landing because he was getting me going. I was like, yes, he's about to do something funny.
Into like the fake tunnel from like Roadrunner. Didn't go
it's like it's coming. The Grand Slam's coming.
He should have said it in the Donald Duck voice.
Yeah.
Do you feel like he was like, oh, that did not land? Like he immediately was like, okay, that didn't get a laugh.
No, his campaign was using it all day.
They
had Donald Duck memes.
They're putting memes out. But that one. So my question is, that one's look at that still of him right there.
I actually thought he took a different spin on Donald Duck because when you said he called him Donald Duck, I thought he was going to make fun of him being silly, but he was saying that he was ducking things.
That's a pun.
Yeah.
That's a message to Luke and think
to
before
keep
you
our
pun.
country gate.
So my question though, Dave, is that's clearly those guys sitting around writing one-liners. Like there's a one-liner written. There's somebody on the staff help. Maybe it's him, but somebody working that. They know they're going to hit that. But is Pence riffing when he says I've been sleeping with a teacher for 32 years?
That's also prepared.
That's also prepared?
Yeah, I've seen him say that in crowds in Iowa, and it's the same delivery and the same reaction, but it's like,
Jeb did the same thing when he was like pulling out of the race.
Yeah.
He said, "I've been sleeping with this lady for whatever."
Why they do that?
I'd say,
I'm gonna go home and
talking
sleep
about
with
his
her.
sex life.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, the context was that Christie had attacked Biden for sleeping with his wife. Because she's a member of the teachers union.
Oh.
He's like been in bed with the teachers union. So it was both. Pence has this line. They all got these 100 things in the quiver, and he's like, I got this. I have a line I've been saying for 10 years about how I sleep with a teacher. Here it comes. And it was he's when is he good? He's in this fracas. Well, everything slows down. There's some guys like time speeds up when you're listening to Ramaswamy or Haley, and everything kind of slows down and chills for Pence, and that's never good to a basis for a good one-liner.
Yeah. Listen, I've got so much more to cover. I've got to talk about
your story.
My story. I want my theory for the next my sort of wishful thinking.
Okay.
I have some stuff I want to talk about.
I mean, who are you again? Vic? Vic's got.
I want to know where the hell Perry Johnson is. Why
yes, we want to talk about Perry Johnson.
They're trying to keep him out.
But Matt, we're right at the hour mark, so that means we have to take a quick break.
We have 2 more minutes.
I know that. I'm just.
Take one
let's
more.
take one more call.
To take a break? You want one more call?
We're getting the light like we did last night.
I hate getting the light. I go, oh please, just let us go.
Come on. Well, I get it for the early show because they have to turn over the room.
Right, the late night show just let us let loose.
Let's talk to Gav. Gav has some questions.
Uh-oh.
Right, Gav?
Oh my God.
Is this Gavin?
Let's go to break.
What's his name? Gavin from Vice, from the Proud Boys?
Gavin McGinnis.
Yeah.
McKins. Whatever his name
Yes,
is.
Gav.
Hello. I don't know. What's going on? I don't really know what the show is. I just joined because Megan Stalter was guest.
What? Oh my God.
Well, can I get your first reactions to the show?
I don't know what's going on.
Well, what do you mean you don't know what's going on? It's clearly just a bunch of people talking.
And are you in America?
Yeah.
What time is it?
It's almost 11 a.m.
Okay, because I thought it would be night. Okay, I don't know. Like, I'm just. Hi, Megan.
What time is
Are you
it
having a good
where
time?
you are? What time is it?
Oh, nearly 7 o'clock.
Do you like what the dynamics of the show? Me and the guys.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it all. I am enjoying the show. I think it's great, guy.
And I'm trying to place the act. What is that? Is that you?
It's Northern Irish.
Oh, so were you up in Belfast?
Yeah.
That makes me feel
know
amazing
that.
that I have somebody in Ireland celebrating me.
Truly. Do you know what?
How
as
did
well?
you come to become a big Megan fan?
Just flat out listening to the podcast for something to do, and then just saw you at the Fringe twice.
Oh my God, you're making me feel amazing. I really needed
How
to
was
win.
how was she at the Fringe? And then I want to ask you how you liked it.
So good. I saw the first 2 shows. So good. So good.
Well, guess
I thought it
what?
was
You were
gonna
in the
be
audience with my
bad.
girlfriend. You probably sit next to my girlfriend.
No, maybe. Who knows? I was front row both nights. I queued up. And then I asked for a poster.
You knew I got a really horrible review on that show. He said that was an egotistical monster that thought I was hilarious.
Who said this?
And guess what? I'm sorry that a comedian thinks she's funny.
Yeah, how dare you? But who gives a shit
Well,
about
you know,
these
he gave a
reviews?
really good review to somebody who,
Tell me during
is
the break.
a sexual predator. But I don't know his name. But it was somebody
Oh,
whose show
geez.
was
Not-
about getting in trouble, and then now he's back, and he gave him an amazing review.
Oh wow! Well, a lot of these reviewers
Yeah.
are dim-witted.
I think.
They're not
Well,
clever.
if you're writing that bad of a review, it's like, okay, you want to eat my ass. Like you're
Yeah.
trying to have sex.
Sure.
Like
Trying to
if
get your
if
attention.
you're writing that bad of a review, it's like you're obsessed.
Yes.
You know
totally.
what I mean, in a way.
And at that point, just don't publish it. Like you don't.
Just keep it to yourself.
Yeah, yeah.
But 69 my Humpty nose will tickle your rib.
Thank you for coming to the show.
Yeah, and
that
thanks
meant a
for
lot
your
to me.
support.
Tim's upset because you haven't really said anything about the boys, and Dave hasn't.
No, he's new to the
Dave's
show.
never-
We welcome you as it's an international show. You're gonna love being a part of the community. It's a great group.
Okay.
And
you're being really sweet, and you're actually not mad at Gavin.
no, and Gavin, I just hope that war between the North and the rest of Ireland is resolved.
I'm gonna sort it out. Don't worry.
All right, thanks, Gavin. That brings us to our break. We'll be back with more, and you know where to find us on patreon.com/officehourslive.
We're about to hit 7K.
We're trying to get to 7,000 patrons. That's one of the higher patron accounts on the site.
really
but
smart.
It's free for a week. You have no excuse.
7 days.
Oh, God, you wouldn't belong getting fresh, but
You have a fan for life because you were so
Demolished us, we
sweet
had
about
to go
Gavin
anyway. We had
not knowing the show.
I know.
So now you have a fan
I don't
for
like
life.
how he kept saying, I don't know what's going on.
I didn't like that either. It's
I hope
like
he-
strap
I hope
in,
he also
relax.
liked
You know what? Maybe he's got a point. Maybe it's something we should listen to. Maybe maybe this show should get buttoned up a little bit.
But they liked the show though, so it seemed like just relax and enjoy. Because I think sometimes people are like, oh, I need to know exactly what the, just relax and enjoy. I'd say. Gavin.
Gavin, stay with us for the next hour. We love you. And get all your Irish friends to join in. Huh? What if we become the #1 podcast in Northern Ireland? How hard could that be? All right, folks, we'll be back in 5. Enjoy this command performance by our actual Secretary of State, Tony Blinken.
From the great muddy waters. Gypsy woman told my mother before I was born, gonna be a man-child coming, gonna be a son of a gun, gonna make pretty women's jump and shout, and the world will know what it's all about. You know I'm here. Everybody knows I'm here. Well, I'm a hoochie coochie band. Everybody knows I'm here. Got my black cat bone. Got my mojo too. Got the Johnny Conqueroo. Gonna mess with you. Gonna let little girl take me by the hand. Then the world will know. Hoochie coochie man, you know I'm here. Everybody knows I'm here. Well, I'm a hoochie coochie man. Everybody knows I'm here. In the 7th hour of the 7th day of the 7th month, heard 7 doctors say he was born for good luck. Now can't you see? I got $700. Don't you mess with me. Everybody knows I'm here. Well, I'm a hoochie coochie man. Everybody knows I'm
Joe Biden doesn't belong on a picket line. He belongs on the unemployment line.
Happy Sunday. Stay prayed up. God bless.
I'm gonna pull the A string a little sharp. Hear that? Hear that? That's what he's doing. Took me a while to figure that one out. It's different then. Listen, it's different. It's one string.
Falling in love with you. And wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with.
All right, that's some of our Vic's favorite clips of the week, I guess we could say. Fade that out, Luke. Thank you.
Then he left.
I'm not
He put his
sure.
clips on and
I
left.
haven't thought about this guy because it's sort of like I'm always suspicious when something is this bad, and I'm like, are you doing this to get our attention, Doug? What do you think? You're busy.
Vic just handed me a phone to look at a menu.
Okay.
We got to get our lunch orders in. For...
Okay.
Yes, because ladies and gentlemen,
And this is
patrons.
the biggest menu I've ever seen.
Patrons only. This is the big news. We're finally going to be recording or taping after the show today our final episode of The Joel Hole. Many people ask our deep dive discussion on the career, the discography of Billy Joel. Vic has prepared his final statements, his conclusions, and we will react to them. And that will come up on the Patreon in a month or so. I don't know, a couple see.
Weeks.
However long it takes to edit. All right.
Quick.
We're all back. We're all settled. That was Tony Blinken doing the blues. And Megan Stalter's back. Got that right. I'm so sorry about that. I try as hard as you know. I am a little dyslexic.
This is a good sound on the air.
My mispronunciation of your last name.
I was just kidding.
Well, what is it?
Stalter.
I know, but I
was
said
just playing around. I should just let it go.
no.
I have a hard time.
Even Matt and Vic, everybody groaned. They're like, "Come on, man."
What'd you say, Statler? People say Statler.
Yeah.
Growing up, Statler in school, or I got Stalter before.
Yeah, now you're gonna mess me up
Stalter.
even more. I forget what it is now. And Dave Weigel's back. He's. Are you okay to be doing this show? I mean, you don't have stories to report.
No, I have to go hang out at the Republican convention in Anaheim in like 6 hours.
What I want, and I'm so grateful for the creativity that Vic brings to the show. But he did bring in things to chips to open,
noise.
which
is
is
a part of the show.
I don't
This is
know.
ribs
Vic,
and that's
do you want to
squid,
try
right?
one?
That's a squid trip.
Yeah.
Squid trip. Squid chip.
Are we doing a taste challenge?
Do it.
A taste challenge. Yeah, those are like those super spicy things that will potentially kill you.
Sweet.
Yeah, sweet.
Yeah.
What should
Can you
I do?
open that though, Meg? I'm honestly curious what they look like.
Okay.
Yeah, this is grilled ribs flavor. They have a nice translated.
Oh,
That's
they-
shrimp?
They do smell like seafood. Do you want to
Oh,
try
your
one?
plate. Nah, I'm okay.
They look like a normal
Meg,
chip.
I'll try one. Yeah.
Warm it up.
Hey, Tim, do you want any pizza?
All right, then we put these away because I hate the sound of crinkling.
Oh, they smell weird.
They are
What is this
weird.
stuff here?
Squid. Squid chips.
Maybe people like the crinkle.
Dave,
like
I've never opened a bag of chips. Weigel with us on the show.
Dave, do you need help? Do you need help?
Just pop it.
Just
Pop it.
clap it.
no,
Yeah.
Clap
I'm gonna
it.
pass
Give it a
on
clap.
that one.
No, here.
There you go.
Oh, Dave. That was the craziest way I've ever seen someone open chips.
Here you go, Vic.
What the hell's the matter with
That was
you?
the stupidest thing I could have done.
I feel like I was on a chip commercial.
Pop it.
I've never seen someone open them like that. Dave, why didn't you let me help?
This is the guy who
That's a
brings
really
us the
good
news,
question.
people.
I
Yeah.
said,
know.
Dave, do you need help? Dave, do you need help? Did you hear me say that?
Not
Let
a
me try these.
snack correspondent. This is all new to me.
Well, those are fine.
I
You
will
were
need
nervous
to
for
clean
me
up
to
a
It
help
tastes a
you.
little pant.
Probably.
He was nervous for me to help. Did you see that? I said, Dave, do you need help?
Clean off his crotch, would you?
Put on your little maid's
Joseph,
uniform and help the guy out. Meg.
Joseph,
That's
come
why
on in
you're
here.
here.
spilled your chips all over your pants. Let me help
I didn't know they would do that.
Joseph, could you bring some paper towels and a dustbin and
Yeah, thank you.
dustpan and all that?
Now,
What
Dave,
are we
can
gonna
you?
do without chips?
I will get them all off the store. That's my promise.
What took that one so long?
Do you guys like the squid chips?
Well,
I kind of
I'm
like
trying
the
to-
seafood flavor.
Tim, could you pass those back to Megan
Oh,
Stalter,
no,
please?
not trying to get them. Just wondering
Oh,
what
I
you
don't
guys
want them. You
think.
can take them.
Don't you think? Do you kind of like the seafood
I kind of like
flavor?
it. They don't need to call it squid though. Just call it something else.
No, they should say seafood fest.
Seafood fest is good.
You don't
No, I
like
don't
them?
like
They
Life's
kind of
tough,
taste like
man.
shrimp chips.
Let's hear the classic clip for the classic chip clip.
Oh, you got.
What are we going to do without chips? Chips.
Can you hear it? Do you need some help there?
Oh yeah, sorry about that. I didn't want to show them a peek behind the curtain. I was just adjusting my headphones.
Now, Megan, something you might not know about Dave Weigel. He's one of the many in a long list of men and women who former disgraced President Trump called out publicly.
Trump called you out.
Many times. He's called on me to be fired like 6 or 7 times.
Really?
Yeah, not for this.
Why?
but for other things.
Not
at
for the
this point,
chip
I think
debacle?
you just do
That would be
it.
a
Oh,
very
here comes
funny
Joseph.
You're fired.
Don't anybody tell Donald Trump I spilled chips on myself. That's what he'll move on to.
Donald Trump.
Chip man.
What did he say about you? Just, oh, come on, Dave.
I had, it's this stupid. I had retweeted a photo of a rally he was at before everybody showed up, so it
Yeah.
looked like it was like half empty.
Oh, that was you.
Yeah, and he was furious because, and I deleted it, but somebody on his team
Now, were
showed him
you-
like, you could nail this guy.
Was that fake news?
Well,
Why'd you
technically, probably, yeah.
Why'd you delete it? Because it was.
I was
freaking-
like, somebody pointed out, hey, the rally didn't start by that photo. I'm like, oh, okay, never mind, because it was you could see him in the
so
background.
innocent. Never mind. Oh, Dave.
But you could see him in the background, like walking around. It was like, no, that was when he was doing like the sound check, so they weren't all in the room. Oh, great, misunderstanding.
I don't like it.
But he several times he wouldn't like call. He wouldn't point to me in the crowd, probably because
Yeah.
he couldn't see me. But he would say he was just furious, and he also would start attacking me because I wasn't able to afford private jet and I had to travel commercial. I don't know why he segued into that, but he did that a bunch of
you
times.
say your
He's a
name's
man of the
Dave?
working people.
Yeah.
He was saying like, Dave, You suck.
He
Like,
did
was
pronounce
saying your name like
he
that.
pronounced my name correctly each time, which I
He
am
said your
grateful.
name.
Yeah.
He said your name. He called you out.
And then
Dave.
he'd tag you on Twitter.
I'd find out because people just text me. It's like, dude, you know the president said. And yes, I've heard that the president said my name again.
Did it ever lead to any kind of actual serious like threats?
I had like maybe 20 calls from people that were all like versions of. I remember one woman was like, Dave Weigel, career over. That was her whole call. She called and
people
hung up
you
on
knew
me.
or people you didn't.
No,
know?
like block numbers to my cell phone.
If you ever want to hear what a voice on a YouTube comment sounds like, that would be a good way to.
It really was a lot like that of just people saying, I was the reason America was in decline. I'm the reason nobody trusts the media.
They're looking at you like, oh yeah,
yeah,
but guy.
Dave, did you post that photo in bad faith? Or was that truly?
I just was like, this is photo. It's interesting. This rally's not because he's had some rallies that got like busted. I covered the one in the Thurman Kane was killed at.
Yeah,
where like it was half empty.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
That's the one where he got
COVID.
Yeah,
well, he was killed at the rally.
He was sitting next to Terrence K. Williams.
It was slow. You know, the slow killer.
How could people say Dave career over to an innocent kind of guy like you? Who's just as innocent as day.
Yeah,
Dave.
I can't even open bags.
Dave's not without controversy. Dave's gotten into hot water, as we all do, because he says
what's on his mind.
Says what's on his mind. Sometimes you regret it. Sometimes you go,
Dave,
oh, you know what?
Like anybody, like Donald Trump, I imagine. He doesn't regret it, but he says what's on his mind.
Shake off the chips, I think, at this point.
Yeah.
Do a shake off, right?
Wait, that's a great idea.
Shake it off.
Satan's plan.
You went to see Taylor Swift?
You're a Swiftie?
No, but do you went to see? Now I'm gonna get canceled. Oh, you're not a Swift. Hive.
I did see her. I did.
Swifties unite to cancel me. But was it great?
I love Taylor Swift. I think that she has amazing music. I can't deny it.
Yeah.
It's undeniable.
Sure.
She got like millions of people to sign up to vote.
She's now
that's
in
pretty
a
amazing.
serious relationship with a good friend of mine.
The football player?
Travis Kelce's a good friend of mine.
Are they dating her and the football player?
I don't know.
And is he your friend?
I did a show with him.
Wait, is he your friend? Because you're not allowed to lie about stuff, remember?
He was on the first episode of the show I did called Moonbase 8 that you never saw, but you can watch it
You
because
do
it's on
not
Showtime.
know that I've not seen that.
Send him a text.
I don't have his number.
Call him right now.
Oh, Matt, that looks good. Can I get one of those too?
You've met him before, though?
I worked with him. I acted with him.
So he is your friend.
And then I saw him a few months ago in Kansas City because I did this another benefit. And right away came out, hugs me. What's going on, man? Good to see you.
Did he pick you up and spin you around?
No, I wish. It smelled great.
He probably would. I could imagine. Wait, so you didn't lie?
No, but I wouldn't clarify. I wouldn't classify him as a good friend.
Are me and you closer?
Sure smells good. Getting there.
Okay.
I mean, I have your number. That's a start. I love the vision of a man cleaning up chips with a paper towel on a carpet.
I'm still dialed into this conversation.
It's just moving. You're just moving it around.
I cannot believe you opened him like that. You did not want me to help you.
Rosie will
I
lick all
heard.
that
I heard
up.
somebody
It
say, and I don't know
doesn't
who, just pop it, and that.
It was me. It's all my fault.
I'm not blaming
you
you.
for
I
it.
blame myself for listening, but I should have gone to you. I apologize.
All right, we're going to ask a Zoomer to choose the next topic on the show because there's several topics. I'll run them through it.
We didn't hear the ear story yet.
That's one of the subjects. Bro.
You want to? All right, let's go. You want to lodge a complaint from a Zoomer and then he can weigh in? All right, Dingbat.
Oh, a complaint?
That's his name, Dingbat.
What did John Early last night say about doing this podcast? Do you remember?
I think he was like, I've done it 3 times.
And then he said, it's heaven.
Yeah, he did. He was saying it was heaven. He was really excited.
All right. Dingbat, what's your complaint?
Mom, I want a vape. Steph IFF, Steph hi, everybody.
Hey.
Hey, I don't know if you remember me. I've never called in before, but I was at the St. Louis show, and it was fantastic. You guys did a great show. I picked up all your vinyl.
Nice. I get to the complaint.
Okay, I apologize. The complaint is that shortly after buying my ticket, I was contacted by a third party about a VIP package, which I jumped on, and it was some sort of like kissing package. I was able to physically kiss the members of the band after the show. Never came to fruition. I don't want my money back. I'm looking to get some sort of, I don't know if can I come by the studio? Can someone give me a kiss?
Yes.
How does this work?
This is completely inappropriate.
Yeah.
I bought the package.
You know, in a
I
post-Me
bought the
Too
package.
world, this doesn't play so well, pal. I know you're in St. Louis where you might not get the news every morning.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm sorry. Maybe I was duped.
How
Maybe
much
I have to
was
lodge
it?
a complaint somewhere else.
How much was
it? $350.
Well, my message is don't buy anything from a third-party seller. If it's not a link from my site, don't bother.
$350.
Guys and the beautiful women.
Hope it
and,
includes tongue.
Everybody, I'll just give you a big fat kiss.
I didn't read it as sexual at all. I thought it was, Europeans, they do things differently. I thought maybe it would just be a friendly peck on the cheek.
There is no way that you spent $350 and didn't think it had tongue included.
All right, let's not encourage
One can
this
hope.
anymore, Megan. Thank you, Ding Dong. What is it, Ding Dong?
You can call me Ding Dong. Thanks, guys.
Ding Bat.
As advertised, ding that.
All right.
I like that.
I
you
want
said-
real complaints. I want real.
I like that you said you maybe you remember me. I've never called in.
That was funny.
That was funny.
Yeah, that was a
Yeah,
great
I
opening
liked that.
line.
That was funny.
All right,
You
Matt.
wanna try
Now
another?
my original premise, which I would love that time back. My original premise is for me to go through the subjects that we need to get to today and get somebody to chime in on what we should talk about first.
All right, Sylvia, you want to weigh in? I mean, they have topics, that's the thing. So
Their topics aren't going to be as good as my topics.
probably not. Sylvia,
Let's do a segment called Hot Topics. Oh yeah, Dave's like, oh yeah.
Well, it took me like 10 seconds to get the pun. Then, of course.
No more.
Hello.
Hi.
So I didn't think I was gonna get picked because I just hopped online right now, so I don't really know what we're talking about.
you raised your hand.
Well, go ahead. You got something? You want to say something to
But
Megan?
there was like 5 other people ahead of me, so I thought that maybe.
Well, you look amazing. It looks like you did know you were going to get picked, Miss Glasses.
Thank you. By the way, Meg, is it okay if I call you Meg?
Yeah. Tim, is that okay? Sorry,
I'm
Tim.
checked
Is
out.
that okay?
Can I call you Tim?
Yes.
I saw you live at the Castro Theater, at the legendary Castro Theater, a few months back.
With
And it was
Sarah
a-
and who was the other person you were on
Sarah,
tour?
Miss Patty Harrison.
Patty Harrison.
Patty Harrison.
Oh.
And that show was so sexy.
You like the part where we eat each other's asses?
It was
Doug.
so freaking hot.
We give a lap dance.
Thank God this is the behind the paywall part of the show.
Thank you so much. That was the most fun show. I love them so much. I need my sisters.
You got to get back on the road with those two.
I know.
That show seemed really fun. I wish I could have gone.
We do. There's a portion of the show where we say we're not allowed to touch. We want to do a lap dance, but we're not allowed to touch the person. So we give a lap dance to the chair next to them, and we say, "Imagine we're doing this to you," and then we eat each other out.
Oh my God.
You do. Wait,
is
what's the
filth.
last part?
And then we eat each other out.
Okay.
All right.
Also simulated, right?
I don't know if this is real.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Also,
Now, full disclosure, is this real or are you embellishing?
no, we do that, but we don't. It's like we're not actually.
yeah.
It's simulating. It's not. We're not doing. You wouldn't be.
Can you confirm?
You wouldn't be allowed.
Can you confirm, audience member? Oh, you just stuck your tongue out.
Okay, so I had nosebleeds, right? Because it's times are.
You couldn't
tough.
see what we were licking.
So from where I was sitting, it looked real. It looked like the real thing.
Oh,
like,
well, we get pretty close. I mean, it's like
train. It was like it was like a little train, right?
Yeah, we did a train.
Centipede.
Like a centipede, human centipede
It's
kind
like
of thing?
I'm pretending to suck off the person in the chair, but they're not in the chair, right? And I'm saying, imagine this. And then Patty's pretending to eat my ass. Sarah's pretending to eat her. Well, you gotta come see the show.
I gotta see this show.
You mind if I
Dave
suck it?
Weigel's gonna get canceled. His boss is ready. What show were you on? All that smut being talked about.
But we weren't actually doing, we weren't.
Did you like my
my
joke last
suction
night about the
socks.
movie John and I made?
I was dying.
I can tell that joke
face
now
hurt.
because
What was the joke? I didn't hear it.
It was so funny.
well, you weren't at the show.
No, I was with Vivek Ramaswamy. We established that.
Would you have come to the show though? Probably.
Oh yeah, if I didn't have. The
I can tell this
Vivek
joke because I probably won't
idea.
use it again because I don't. I mean, maybe the next time I do a show with John. But I said, John and I are in a movie together. And
you got me. I was like, oh, what is it?
Yeah, everyone bought it. We just shot a movie. We're going to be in a movie together.
Everyone's smiling, going, okay, amazing collab.
I guess it's behind. I guess it's going to be behind the paywall on this site called family.porn, and the name of the movie is Identical Twins Making Love.
And I like when you said there's a lot of hair and makeup.
Yeah.
I'm picturing you guys
aggressive.
We shot for it's 12 minutes long. We shot for 14 minutes.
In that story, do you feel like he was in makeup to look like you, or you were in makeup to look like him, or were you both in makeup to look like someone different?
We met in the middle.
Men, they have an important
Imagine
role to
identical
play.
twins making love.
Dave?
Everyone take a minute.
Just think about it. Yeah.
David Cross has that old bit about like two gay men that look very similar,
Right.
like that experience of them like admiring this other person that looks just like them.
I love you so much.
Doppelbangers.
Doppelbangers?
Doppelbangers.
That's a great title for
Wow.
Did you hear what he
Who
just
said
said?
that?
Somebody said that. I repeated
Wait,
it.
what was it?
Who said that?
Doppelbangers.
Doppelbangers.
Yeah.
The caller's still there.
Yes?
Oh, it's a real term.
Somebody
real
calling?
term.
Oh, you can still use it for the title. Yeah.
Are you calling my name? I don't know.
Me?
Yeah, no. All right, let's get to the top. All right, this is to the guests. Dave, you look like you're having an aneurysm.
I think that was a great term. Every time I hear a good movie title.
Yeah.
Did that make you uncomfortable, Tim's story about the family sex?
Oh, not at all.
Okay.
No, I wrote. It's hard to offend me. I did.
Yeah.
My day bottomed out by exploding a bag of chips already. So everything is on
Bottomed
there.
out.
That was crazy.
Only up
I've
from
never
there.
seen someone
Can
do
I
that.
ask you? Did anyone see this Jimmy Carr clip that was going? You know Jimmy Carr, the comedian. There was this clip where
The saucy British comedian.
yeah,
right?
he
says
did. There's this
meant-
clip going around about him talking about being offensive and
Oh, I haven't seen this.
I don't want to get into it because I can't tell if he's joking about being offensive.
What's
or
he saying about it?
He's like he's going to do a bunch of jokes that are truly offensive, and then they're just like they're like schoolyard, like you know.
9/11, right? Did he mention 9/11?
There's a 9/11 joke. I don't know. It just felt
He's
like
done that for like 15 years. He was like the first 9/11 joke guy.
I can't tell if
Gilbert
he's.
Godfrey done it.
I don't know enough about it. Maybe he's like
yeah.
doing what I kind of do, which is like being ironic about the idea of being offensive.
Didn't seem like
No, his rep is
seemed pretty legit.
Is the
right?
guy who you won't believe what he just said, but that's pretty hard right now.
Yeah.
He's better than the clapter guys who are like their jokes are terrible, but they're about like the same 5 minority groups. And they're like,
Yeah.
you can't say this anymore, but
Right.
AIDS, and everyone's like, whoa.
Yeah,
You could say it. Not in real life. I've never seen that in real life. I've just seen
Clips.
the YouTubes with like 8 million subscribers.
Yeah.
Saying
white
stuff
men
that's
are not allowed
funny.
to talk.
Yeah.
You can never
Yeah, like
be
that.
woke enough. That's the problem.
All right.
It keeps going.
Let's
Wait, I'm sorry, real quick, Dave. Covering all these like GOP debates and everything,
Yeah.
have you ever come up with a good like definition for woke or wokeness or what is it?
I asked them. There was a week where we just kind of asked them all to define it. And it was all very long.
Yeah.
It was all the idea that America is fundamentally rigged and biased against certain groups of people, and we must reorient laws and it was just if you had to put it on a bumper sticker like an eye test level of text on the sticker. But it basically just meant like, hey, we're saying that some minority groups need maybe like we're discriminating against, and that's bad. You can't do that. That's where it ended up.
I mean, if you were going to
yeah.
be pro woke and take
Yeah.
the word back, you'd just say like it's an ethos about acknowledging the sins and the flaws of the American experiment and the efforts to try to renumerate them, if that's a word.
That's what it was. Like the first guy I heard say it was Cory Booker because he'd say we need to get folk woke. Was his line.
And become aware of like the
Yeah.
truth about how things actually work.
Were you aware that redlining, like things that now people have read the book and are like, oh, I heard about how the New Deal was racist, that kind of thing. It turned into like if you acknowledge that some people don't have the same civil rights as the rest of us, then like, hey buddy, take it or leave it. Blue Lives Matter, et cetera, et cetera.
And then there's the other part of it that is like corporate America, Bud Light or Target or people coming out against them for playing to the woke mindset. The
why
woke
are
mind
they
virus.
Why are they putting these like this is a thing you start to hear more, like a thing that maybe people wouldn't have said out loud, now they say out loud on the right, is how come there's just no like straight like white couples in ads anymore? That's a very anti-woke comment. So how come every time I see an ad for West Elm, it's like a biracial gay couple, like And you might ask, why do you care? That's what I'm asking.
Yeah,
but that's
a good
where it
follow.
starts. Is
Right.
like, how come they're trying to make it look like you? This billboard that shows a lot of people going to the doctor. Why are there not more white guys on it?
Right.
It's hit that level. That's wokeness. The way. But yeah, you're right. They don't say it anymore. Like, I remember the last debate, Milwaukee. Duh. Only like. DeSantis never said the word woke.
Milwaukee.
Haley said it once. This time they didn't, because Trump just like psyched them out. Trump made fun of how they kept saying this word and nobody knew what it meant. And they were like, yeah, we do. And after a week, they're like, no, we actually are having trouble saying what this is. So we're going to drop it and talk about, like, DeSantis dropping it from his vocabulary, I thought was like the moment he lost all his riz. Is that what they call it now? Like his ability.
Meg?
I think riz is, oh God.
Like
person's
charisma.
Coming at me and they want to, I think it's like more of a, they're like flirting, right? They got the like cool, like.
Speaking of flirting.
Well, but I think charisma is good. Yeah.
But it just.
No, we don't have time for that story.
I thought woke
that could
means
be one of the topics.
I thought woke means that grade school kids have their genitals reversed.
Wake up. Genitals reversed.
If you listen to what they think. What I hear.
think when you have riz, it's like, oh, that person has like the moves or like the charisma and
right.
Like if you don't have any riz, it's like, okay, you're kind of like.
Ron DeSantis is a perfect example of somebody that doesn't seem to have the riz.
Yeah, that's fair.
Can we show that clip of the
phrase the riz?
Yeah. Can we show that clip of him getting touched up on set? Do we have that? I want to say two things about this. First of all, it came to my attention because Don Jr. posted it with a slurry remark saying Ron DeSantis. It's a fun pun. Instead of Ron DeSantis. Rhonda, assuming because he's getting touched up
saying like
that he's a woman.
Okay.
So first of all,
By the way, guys can wear makeup.
And yes, and I don't on this show. People think I do because of the lighting in here. I don't, but of course, whenever I'm on television for real as a SAG actor, I get patted down. And I'm sure all these guys do. Maybe they don't. I don't know. But yeah, they're on television. So I don't fault him for this. And the thought that Don Jr. is coming after him for getting makeup on is like, look at your old man who's a fucking caked in this stuff 24/7.
Daddy.
Right? But anyway, but despite all that, there is something so odd about this guy. I can't believe that he's a human being. It doesn't seem like a human being. See what you think. He's something off.
And he's young. It was
Battery
like 40.
running low.
He's very young.
I mean, that's it. But the way he steps forward is
Okay, yeah. It's the opposite of having riz.
Is that fair though? Because he has to.
Well, let's just show you.
Just
Look
awkward at life.
It's
he
this
has to
little
keep
shuffle.
it off of his coat, right?
He's pushing. Is that normal to push your head forward so that they get it all?
Maybe he's only get it on his shirt.
That could be, and
not
I
to stick up for him. Not to stick up for him.
And why are they crowding so into Nikki Haley's space too? That feels a little awkward.
That video was taken by a Trump person in the audience who then passed it around immediately.
Yeah, yeah.
Like she knew
making fun of him.
Yeah, well, they knew what they had. Oh my God! Because this destroyed John Edwards 15 years ago.
Yeah,
There's
with
one
the
clip of him
haircut.
before. I think he had a brush and he was doing this, and
let people get ready.
normal. Like I just described the act of
Yeah.
brushing hair. It was like normal, but he did a lot of it, and it was like,
Let
we
people
can't
get
vote for a guy
ready.
who brushes his hair.
If they put
Same
lipstick on him, then it would be a great video.
Lip liner.
wanna see that.
Let's bring those lashes out a little more. But this is the genius of Trump, who's obviously a horrible disgrace of a person. But the genius is like, there's no depth to the depravity he will go in this, and he'll like the reaction to Donald Duck, which is like a little shitty bunt. Is he comes out and calls Chris Christie Sloppy Chris. Like, I'm going to call you Donald Duck, you're going to call me Sloppy Chris. Like, all right, that's 1 point for Trump. If we're grading it on like an amoral kind of nothing matters nihilistic grading system.
Sloppy Chris sounds like a character I'd do for an SNL audition.
Popping chips going everywhere.
But and he'll also just indulge in it. Like Trump wears a ton of makeup. It's one of the reasons he hated masks is he'll put it on because he did TV forever.
Yeah.
But no, that none of them. Christie sort of. No one else will hit back. They'll hit him once. he'll floor them, and then they'll never touch it again. And
Yeah,
he's learned that.
if I was Christie, instead of Donald Duck, I say, Donald, why don't you go check your full diaper? You know, like go if you're gonna go, like go hard.
No
You can do
downside.
anything.
You can
say
do anything. So fucking Donald Duck,
Yeah.
what a miss.
Donald Duck was that was crazy because he again the pun wasn't that great and it sounded like he was gonna say something really big because he was getting me going. I was like, oh my god, but he's about to really nail him.
But here we are talking about it.
And here we are.
So maybe they're for the chest, where they're like, you know, this is kind of lame, but then they're going to make fun of it being lame, and then we're going to
They
talk
want
about
the memes, right? Like they want something where it could be like memeable. So then they want someone to hear that and be like, oh, that's so funny, and then do like a picture of him as Donald Duck, that kind of thing.
Any of it's good. Although Republican voters don't like it because they love Trump, and if you're mean to Mr. Trump, you're very mean and unfair to Mr. Trump. That's all they remember, and they'll start saying, "Oh, I'm never going to vote for the guy who said that Trump lost in 2020 or whatever it is."
Do you know what I think is so crazy is that the reason why a lot of people like him is because they think he's a Christian man.
Oh, God.
And I go, honey, as a God girl, I'll tell you, I don't know if he's Christian.
No.
Right? That's like a lot of times why people are like standing by his side is, okay, at least he's a Christian guy.
He's under attack because of his Christian beliefs. That's that you were saying at the start of the show. That's where it all goes back to. No, I didn't do anything wrong. There's a conspiracy against me, and it's because I'm such, in this case, like a warrior for Christ.
I'm not ashamed to admit that I'm a Christian.
Yeah, exactly. I like that.
Now, Dave,
yeah,
like you might, no one's, you know, you can say whatever you're going to say, and people will believe you or not believe you, but the whole idea, because you were a reporter at the Washington Post for many years, and this idea, I mean, we see it with Trump, we see it with this Russell Brand story, like you said, the narrative on the right is that there's this massive coordination is the word.
The Matrix.
The Matrix.
Yeah.
Now, how close to reality is that?
So, yeah, you're right. No one will trust it because you say, "Oh, well, I was there for 7 years. We never had a meeting about here's how we lied today."
Right.
No one would believe you, but it's not. It's hard to predict where all your resources are going to go for a story. What's going to be a story that like devours you for months and then you investigate. But like you can get the dumb easy test is you can get sued if you lie. Like if there are jobs where you could just like lie and no one gives a crap.
Right.
If you lie in the newspaper, you can be sued out of existence.
Right.
I feel like that should convince more people that we can't just make stuff up because the Illuminati told us to.
Right.
They don't buy it though, and I mean. In meetings, there was a lot of, can you believe what happened to this today? But the investigation was all like, we need to nail this 1,000 ways. We need to send it to the lawyers to make sure we won't get sued.
Sure.
And I feel like we don't get enough credit in the media. Like, no.
Show me the examples of you guys getting taken to court and sued for making something up out of thin air.
Because people, I think at this point, people think media, and it's like, oh, that guy I saw on Twitter lied. I'm like, that guy just bought a check so he could tweet at Elon and copied something from like a fake website. That's not the media. They're like, yeah, it's all the same.
No,
you guys, I saw something fake on TV once. That's all you guys.
You're allowed to lie on Twitter, but not in an article.
If you lie, if you work for a newspaper and you lie, generally they'll come back and say, don't do that.
You can lie in an article. You can't lie in the newspaper.
I'm saying like there are people who are like, who will say they're in the media and they just kind of talk and will make stuff up, and their job doesn't have any accountability. Ours kind of does. And like there are people who just like can never work again because they made up details.
Right.
Like, oh, they cut that part
story,
of the video.
The New York
out.
Times story from like 10 years ago. The guy was making up stuff.
Yeah, Jason Blair. Like,
Jason Blair.
The level of lying people think you do is like career suicide. You can never be back.
People
in any
do
newspaper.
it. They just are taking a risk.
Now, is there bias? Of course. Is there like does the general culture kind of push stories and push what is more important than something else?
Yeah.
There's editors making those decisions and deciding when to actually dig into something. That stuff has to happen.
Yeah, but it's never
it's happening at 100 different places differently.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's also competitive.
Right.
Like if you're at the Post, it was like, well, the Times has this, CNN has this, NPR has this, AP, etc. And like you're trying to break the news. You're not trying to that's the part of it that makes the least sense. Is if some other newspaper has a great story, you go, dang, we wish we had that. Not let's copy that and make sure the whole world sees this thing that we missed.
I'm wondering how could someone like
earbud
Tucker Carlson or something, they don't get, if they lie or whatever.
That's
fine,
considered opinion, right?
So opinion, like what makes it the difference between opinion? Can you just say, oh, that was my opinion?
you can get away with that. There's in a paper, there's different sections. Like in Semaphore, we break the articles up. So here's the news part, here's the reporter's view part, which people seem to like so far. We're a year in, but most people just don't. Like, why would you? If you're just living your life and occasionally a newspaper article comes across Facebook or whatever. Like, there's so much stuff you'll see at the Post that happen all the time. The Washington Post says, and it would just be one of the columnists who disagrees with like the facts of the story.
Right. But that's how you guys not you, but people get away with saying certain things because they go, oh, that was my opinion.
Yeah,
And
it's not libel, it's not slander. It was my opinion. And see that part where I said it's my opinion? You could do that, but the news, like the accusing somebody of the acts that Russell Brand was accused of involves like finding them, confirming their story, getting them on the record to the extent they can, and then again talking to people who are like, hey, if we print this, will we get sued? You can't just like riff and accuse some people of stuff. You can online, but in the shrinking media, that's the only real badge you have is, hey, if you read this paper, we're not going to make crap up. We're not allowed to make crap up, and people just don't know anymore because of what they consume. They'll watch like a 3-hour show where people just accuse. I think Whitney Cummings has this joke about like dating men who the more canceled a person is, the more they trust them. Like, you have to see this guy. He got fired by Fox and CNN.
Right.
And he has a Twitch stream every day for 5 hours. That's
the opposite of
I found that in my life. People who are not big media people assume that the guy wearing the suit on TV and looking professional is like lying to you, and the guy who just is riffing with no accountability is telling you the truth.
Right.
That's just flipped in my. I've been doing this 15 years. That flipped in the last few years. People just like don't trust the TV thing anymore. I don't know how to fix it really.
No.
It's
all broken.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. I'm just pausing for a second.
No, it's fine. I wasn't telling jokes. I just was despairing.
I'm speaking because in my head I'm thinking, as an editor, if this is my newspaper, I'm making a couple editorial decisions right now. Okay?
I liked when you said thank you.
Thank you. Is that dismissive?
No, I thought it was nice.
No,
Dave, are we okay?
I'm perfectly okay.
I thought that was fascinating, and I want to hear more.
Yeah. I'm just.
And you
there's
said
only
thank
so
you.
many
That's
hours
nice
in the
to say-
day.
That's nice to say thank
Tim
you. Like
Apple.
I'm taking it in.
I would do a 3-hour show, but we have to
you,
squeeze in this goddamn Joel hole that should have been in the can.
My fault with the
Thank you, darling. I'm gonna make this decision. I'm gonna say my story about my ears will be reported on the Patreon Saturday blog that I do every Saturday.
I'm not going to be able to hear it.
No, I will tell you. I'll speak to you privately.
Okay.
And or sign up for Patreon. It's $5 a month. What's the big fucking deal? You're on TV. Dave, do you support Patreon?
Oh, God.
I think I do. Yeah. Yeah.
I'd love to get on the Patreon. You've never invited me.
Well, there is no way to give a free. It's not like I can put you on the list.
You never said you should get on it.
So that's cleared off the schedule. What else? Perry Johnson.
Do some Perry.
Do you know Perry Johnson?
Yeah. So do you know who this guy is?
Megan.
Oh, you're looking at me.
Megan does not.
Oh, well, come on. You don't know. I know Perry so well.
I got all my money on that. You don't know this guy. All of it.
I don't. I'm
No,
humiliated that I don't.
And as you shouldn't, please. As you
should be
shouldn't.
at all.
Who the hell is this?
He's just a rich guy in Michigan who's running for president, and he ran for governor of Michigan. Couldn't get on the ballot because he didn't have enough signatures, and then his next move is running for president.
Well, we have a clip. We have a clip of him
This
here.
is him.
This is him. This
cute,
is Perry.
and he's cute.
It looks like he's going to sell me popcorn.
And he's wearing Trump's same outfit.
Yeah, he's basically.
Wait, he looks like the guy from The Exorcist. No, not The Exorcist. The Poltergeist.
Oh,
that
the
guy,
old man
Caroline.
Poltergeist too? Yeah. The priest.
The priest.
He is a little guy.
Let's see this.
He's diminutive.
I am so excited. I have a huge announcement. All my donors will have a Big and Rich concert in Iowa on August the 12th.
Well, we're coming to your city.
It is free to all my donors. Anyone who donates $1 or more will get into the Big and Rich concert. Go to perryjohnson.com.
Big and Rich.
Concert and
Save a
donate an
horse, ride a
RSVP.
cowboy.
There he is.
Hello, I'm Perry Johnson. And I'm entering the most exciting time in my entire life.
Oh, good for you.
President of the United States. And you're
Let's make this about me right away.
Michigan businessman Perry Johnson is running for president. With
Who's
a
this
plan to
VO
save
actor?
the economy.
We need a newscaster
Cents to
voice.
Save America. He's also airing a reality TV show giving voters an inside look into his campaign.
There's something dark and sexual about this.
Yeah. Can we? I agree.
I've definitely seen people
yeah.
walk up to him thinking he's Trump and then walk away when they realize he's not.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah,
totally.
I saw that happen in Iowa a couple times.
But he when we were on tour, like he purchases like hour blocks on Newsmax,
Yeah.
and of his own like documentary of him just going around talking to people.
He looks like Jim Jones.
There's
Is who
so
he
much
looks like.
Oh
Jim
yeah,
Jones, really?
That's what it is. The
From,
jawline.
The cult leader.
Yeah.
Not from My Morning Jacket?
No.
That's Jim
What
James.
was so dark and sexual about that? There was something. I'm not trying to be funny.
Jim
There
Jones?
was
Was it their
something
music? Was it
really
the music?
sexual and dark.
About what?
About that, what we just saw. About whatever to that, whatever to the H-E.
I don't know what you're talking about.
There was something really, really like dark and twisted about that and sexual.
Wait, what is
He
that?
definitely
band
goes
called?
to those parties with masquerade masks.
Yeah,
you know what I
there's
mean?
something about him that is sexual and
He's got
dark.
like a guy with the ball in his mouth.
Yes, that perfect.
Yeah, he's
yes.
on the
Just an
adrenochrome.
opinion.
He's
Yeah.
at the adrenochrome party, right?
Yes. He's actually 150 years old.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm 150 years old, but I only look 70.
You seeing this lamp? Look at this lamp he's got.
Oh, the chicken leg lamp?
What is that country band though?
Big and small.
Big and rich.
Big and rich.
They did.
Big and rich. If you
yeah.
think
If you
about
watch
it,
more,
that name means like big dick. So maybe that's like because rich.
That's where they're going for.
right?
It's like a
I
Freudian
just feel like I
thing.
could see him trying
it's a
to
Freudian
do stuff
name.
in the
Yeah.
concert.
It's a Freudian name.
I could see him getting something done to him
All
in
right.
the concert.
We have another clip of Perry. Where's you got one? The one I
This
just
is a
sent you?
28-minute video that you're pulling.
literally
Oh yeah, this is like
Yeah.
part of his documentary that he airs.
Yeah.
And he says we
what
can
did you
fix
send?
all of America's
I
problems
just
if we cut
texted
the
you one.
budget by 2% or something.
Whoa, look
Yeah.
at that.
Ah!
Amazing.
There he is.
What is this?
Amazing.
That's from
That's
Poltergeist.
Too, yeah. It's,
Poltergeist 2.
yeah.
He does kind of look. That's
Told
not
you.
mean. It's just
It's the fact.
you're just saying it.
Yeah. Maybe it's that actor running for president.
I got here. Go ahead, Matt. Play these ones.
Big Richard.
Got an amazing one where he. I don't know what's going on, but like you just have to see some of this. Well, this is that. This is him announcing some stuff here. This is the first.
I
15
don't like this.
Seconds.
He's not wearing his cool Trump costume.
I know, but he
This
gets
is
really
casual.
riled up
Number
here.
one.
Outfit. No
Us,
tie.
the United States of America in every way. Let's let Iowa continue to be number one. Let's do it. Let us do it now.
Watch this.
No.
Almost falls.
Yes. Boy, I almost fell off.
All right. Can you play that?
Off the charts, Johnson full blast effort to ignite campaign. That's fun.
I liked he was
That's
jumping
a
up
fun
and down.
news crawl. Yeah, I like it. That's a little bit like the what's his name?
Yeah, it's or the hell's the name? Dean, the Dean scream. Yeah.
Howard
But it
Dean.
took
Howard
him
Dean,
so much
yeah.
energy to jump like that, and then he was walking away so sadly. It was so.
And then we have a cool one too. One other one with the cool animation. You got that, Matt?
I haven't seen this one.
Jib jab style.
Yeah, the jib jab.
How come
animation,
Johnson wasn't at the debate then?
No.
He doesn't have any polling.
They
right?
have rules about you to be polling at 3% in a couple polls, and that hasn't happened for him.
You know what's the
almost-
biggest
yeah.
crock of shit is this. I love pledges. Like there's no like what legal standing do pledges have in life?
Oh, are you talking
Oh,
about,
they don't. Trump didn't take it, and he's blown them away. So no, there is
But
no
take it.
upside.
Who gives a shit?
Yeah, they
Well, I
can't
like
sue
this
you.
shot.
Yeah.
I can't
Here we
wait to
go.
see what's going to happen here.
What the? Oh yeah.
This is good.
Schumer, what are you doing about the bloated cost of government?
What the hell?
Our fat, bloated government
There's Bernie
is
Sanders.
choking us with inflation.
It's like Richard
Milk,
Dreyfuss.
eggs,
Schumer,
heat,
swallow.
unaffordable.
Just pay the government more.
Don't you do that to my
That's
AOC.
not the solution. That's the problem.
We know bestest, Bester. We're besterest.
I'm Perry Johnson. I've written a book called 2 Cents to Save America. If Washington cuts the budget just 2%
It's not
a
fair
year,
that he didn't do it to
probably-
himself.
I know exactly.
Look at him walking through these.
Save the American
He should have done it to himself, and somebody comes up with a pin, and they go.
Yes.
That's incredible.
That is not fair that he did it to everyone else but himself.
Oh my
That is
lord,
amazing.
it's wild out there, Dave. I can't believe. How do you keep your head straight? Do you just enjoy comedy and then you What makes you? What gets you through the day when you're covering all this nonsense?
There's some of us are just wired different, and I can listen to like 3 hours of people debating this stuff and be like, oh, that's nice, and I'll write a story up or I'll talk to them.
You're not letting every single thing hit you.
Not really, and also we kind of divvied it up, so I don't cover Trump every time, and I'll cover the other candidates, and just from week to week, the story of everyone else in the campaign is kind of desperate and interesting.
Yeah,
like the Pence story is just fascinating. This guy there is no shot. He's the least popular candidate in Iowa, despite everything he did. He just knows. He's just kind of. You can see him in real time writing his first line of his obituary. That's interesting to me.
Yeah, it is
it's
interesting.
Like going on this final campaign tour, knowing that it's not gonna end well, but he has to do it. There's like five guys running like that just for
like
moral
the last
reasons.
months of Elvis in Vegas or something.
Yeah, it's an interesting psychological story. Yeah.
Megan, could I real quick chime in? I want to say thanks for being here, but I was wondering, do you have any stories
Thanks
about
for having me.
Soldier Boy? Do you know who
Oh,
that is?
yes.
Any stories about Soldier Boy?
Thank you for bringing that up.
Humiliating.
I had this drop too. That's why I wanted.
Oh, I see.
I
It's all about you.
did not know that Soldier Boy did bad things.
No, I don't know Soldier Boy.
I didn't know that.
I had no
either.
idea.
And I did not know that he was canceled. And I went to his concert, and I was thinking, wow, there's not a lot of people here. Oh, wow. Oh, don't you guys remember Soldier Boy? So fun. I love his music. Crank That Soldier Boy. Oh, Superman That Hoe. Which means when you come on somebody's back, and then they lay on a blanket, and the blanket stuck to them, which I didn't know.
Yeah.
Am I allowed to say that?
You're allowed to say anything.
And then I was dancing at the concert. Started posting on my story. Me at the concert, posting pictures of Soldier Boy with his shirt off. Oh, he's so cute. I love. I posted a post. Love you, Soldier Boy. Someone comments something bad that he did. Had to archive the post.
And do you know? Can we say what it? I mean, people can look up. I don't know. It's very bad.
It's very bad, and I am not in support of him, and I did not know that, and it is humiliating to post about.
And did you know?
Oh, here I am dancing at Soldier Boy. Oh yeah, and me smiling, Crank That Soldier Boy. Oh, pretty boy swag. And then someone commented,
The woke army came for you.
They go, that's interesting that you're posting this because blank. He did this, blank. I go, okay.
Did you say you noted that that it wasn't that well attended as well?
Yeah, and I thought, oh my God, like, and I kept saying sweet things about him. Look how happy he is to perform. He doesn't care how many people are here.
Well, did Soldier Boy do his bad thing in the fog of war? Because
what was that? Oh.
He's a soldier.
That's funny.
Well, can I tell you this?
Dave liked it.
I liked it.
Well, I'm sorry. I was just so heated from the fact that I went to it that I was like, I kind of blacked out just now. But I do like the
wait, your story is that you tweeted that you went to Soldier Boy?
I posted a lot on my story, and guess what else? I DM'd him.
Oh, no.
And I had to unsend the message. I said,
Oh, my God.
I sent him, a hot picture of myself at the concert.
And then he sees it disappear.
Did he respond?
Hot picture of the concert. He did not see it, and I unsent it. Okay. He must not run his account, or he did not see the message because he probably.
No, you got to do a background check on anything you do now. You got to do a background check. There should be a service like before buying tickets. Would you like to?
You have to look because I did not look and I did not know, and I just thought singer that I used to love, and I love his music, and I DM'd him. I said, "Good luck at the next concert tonight. You were amazing, pretty boy." Or I said something very sexual and crazy. Yeah. I sent him a hot picture of myself, and I unsent it because I did not know he did.
Thank God for that feature.
You call him a pretty boy?
I think it's part of his thing.
Yeah. All right. That's the Soldier Boy story, and
that's cool.
It's indicative of the times we live in. Everybody's out there behaving poorly, and you try to just go and support the music you like, and then you find out that
it's not fun for anybody that he did bad things. It's really horrifying to me.
Yeah.
I'm not in support of those things.
Of course not.
I did not know.
And I think your audience will forgive you at some point down the line. Well, they will find a way for you to come back.
So I do an apology video. People don't even remember
I
the
think
post, right?
You just delete the post. People are so
which
busy.
I did.
All right, let me get to my final question for Dave, because then we can all ask it, or we can, if everyone say no comment. 2 questions. You can answer them both, or neither, or one. Will Joe Biden resign or step down in the near future? And the second question is, should he?
Ooh, no. I think
he won't resign.
No, no to the first one. In order, no, he won't.
No chance of that. No possibility that they're going to look at the polls. They're going to look like the higher ups are going to say, you know what, maybe.
No, especially because the
LBJ.
The midterms, everyone's like, you're going to lose 50 seats, and he didn't. So he's like, what do you guys know?
There's no real evidence that he's in trouble,
and
but there is.
I feel like the should he question, if you're really worried, oh, the only thing they could elect Donald Trump is me like falling down 5 more times. I'm not even trying to be glib, but that's the thing they worry about. Like, oh, what kind of shoes we put on?
Or kind of
to
stumbling
fall
into a debate situation.
If you're worried, because I think if you could go back in time and tell every Democrat, like, hey, Hillary will not stop having email problems and she will lose, they'd probably say, like, well, I like her, but we should go with somebody else.
Yeah.
I think if they became convinced I'm going to lose this guy and maybe my vice president or the governor of Pennsylvania won't, then he should, right? Like that just makes sense to me. But he wanted that. I mean, he started running for president like 50 years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a job he's wanted his whole existence.
Yeah, so he's not.
No one gives that up. Yeah.
And is the Hunter Biden story going to get worse for him?
I feel like it's gonna stay where it is because all the theories are when he was not vice president, his son took some money and maybe he gave it to him.
Right.
And if they don't prove that he did, then.
Yeah.
Then what? Because they're also. Yeah, it's funny because this week the Menendez thing happened and all these Republicans were saying, "How dare Democrats try to force this guy out? It's up to the voters to decide." It's all very cynical. They're like, we want in the short term, it's great for us to like watch this corrupt senator like twist in the wind. And the short term, we want to like criticize. What they're accusing him of is not even that different than what like Jared Kushner did. Like hey, did you notice who my father-in-law is? Can you please contribute to my
what they're
wealth
accusing Hunter and Joe of is
there's like more crime involved because of the drugs and guns and stuff mostly. Yeah. But I think if it's just going to be in that zone, and a lot of this, I mean, this is the thing. If you're in media long enough, you realize like people are not good. They don't need the story that it perfectly explains something. They're going to hear a couple facts about it, and if those facts stick in their head, and if it's like, I hear that his son is crooked.
Yeah.
They already have heard that for 2 years. They baked it in.
There's not an October surprise in that story.
Their problems are Biden is like he's 80. That's nothing matters more than him being 80.
Right.
Yeah.
Megan.
Yeah.
Your thoughts?
Where's Hunter?
I think everybody's doing the best going after what that they can do.
Yeah, that's
I think
interesting.
They're doing the best that they can.
Yeah. Matt, we should take one more call because we've absolutely ignored the central concept of the show, which is the call-in aspect, which has been
I
pretty
like
good
getting
for
to know them, the different callers.
Yeah.
Really nice.
Well, everybody when they call in, they immediately get your phone number. That comes up.
An address.
Yeah. And then,
Max, they're on.
Hey, everybody.
When in doubt, I have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Thank you, Biden.
Max has a setup.
I have 3.
I know.
Thank you. Yes, I stream and record music and stuff. I have 3 puns. Maybe I can give one, and if you like it, I can give the other 2.
Okay.
You better lead with the
What
top
are you going to give
though.
us if we don't like it?
We say good night and goodbye and all the best.
What do you call it when a comedian lies about having a threesome?
What?
A Hassan menage a trois.
All right, thanks for calling in. We are short on time, but it's been a lot of fun with.
Can I plug my band before I go?
Yes.
Thank you.
Plug your cat.
This cat is named Carmen. She's very sweet. The band is called Super Cassette. We are releasing a single today. We're premiering the video in 3 minutes on YouTube.
Hey!
It's not
about Super Cassette. Is it? You're putting it out on cassette? I hope. Otherwise, what the hell are you doing?
Yes, and floppy disk and vinyl.
One word, Super Cassette, or 2 words?
2 words.
Okay, good. Thank you.
It's not about number ones.
Doug, do you have anything to plug? I know I forgot to mention you're playing tonight. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be in San Diego at the Soda Bar tonight with Brent Weinbach.
How are those tickets looking?
They could be better.
Doug, when are you leaving for your trip? It's today.
San Diego?
Yeah.
Well, right after the Joel Hole.
Okay.
And I'll be on tour with Eric Andre, all shows. If anyone.
And you did a podcast with him, man?
I did that a long time ago.
Okay.
It finally came out. But one other thing, check out Pound House. The new one will be coming out soon.
All right. And where do you find that?
YouTube.com/Brent Weinbach.
I love it. He makes this show that's actually fantastic. Have you seen it? It's fantastic. It's like I love the show, but it's on somebody else's YouTube, and I never know where it is.
Well, it's like, the whole show is about me being screwed over by people.
That's right. Yeah.
But it's not on your YouTube.
No, Brent, he's better with the YouTube. Fine. If he wants to put it on, whatever. Doesn't matter.
Vic. Give me something.
Got
Give me some
nothing
love.
going on. I don't know if everybody wants me to edit stuff for them or I'll write them a song or something.
Aw, where's the
Got
sad
nothing.
piano music?
I
What,
know,
what
get
about
that
that
going.
shirt that Matt's wearing? You want to plug that?
Oh yeah, I've got a shirt with
The
my
Vic
name
Berger,
on
sweetheart
it,
of the
if you-
studio.
If you want it, I don't know. I checked last night trying to find the shirt, and the link was dead on our website.
Literally the second thing on the
so
store.
sad.
It's literally the second
Wow.
item.
And
Click
why
on
is
my
it dead?
name, it's dead.
Look.
You know what's sad about it is nobody
item.
complained.
Right
I know.
You
No
had
one
to be-
knew. No one knew
no
for
one knew.
months. I had to be the one to find it.
Go
But
to,
yeah, I mean,
Watch
you could
this.
like
Watch
I don't
when you
know.
the
yeah,
experience. of,
literally the second thing.
If there's
what
any
happens?
like
What happens when you
TV
click?
execs out there that want to give me a show or
It works.
something,
Yeah, of course.
I'd love to hear from you.
So
I
it
like
does
that
work.
shirt.
Of course it works.
I like that.
It's cute, right?
This guy's
Very
always looking for
nice.
the hard way to do stuff.
Meg Stalter, tell me, what do I need to know?
I think I'm gonna start painting again.
Painting what?
Houses.
You know, during the pandemic, and I hate to talk about it, but I thought I was a painter for a little bit, and then I was doing a lot of different flower paintings, and then I tried to do a self-portrait, and I stopped for a while because it felt like I didn't quite nail the human form.
Is there any way to see some of your work?
No.
Okay, it's private. This is just for you.
Yes.
And
You don't have to
maybe
nail
your
the human
girlfriend.
form. It looks cool when it's like.
I know. Well,
all
that's what my
abstract.
brother said. He was like, "Oh, there's a certain style."
Picasso, anyone?
You know.
Really?
Did you enjoy your
heard of him.
experience today?
I had so much fun. Thank you for having me, Dave.
And Dave, we can read your work
glued it all
and
together.
Semaphore.
Semaphore.
How's that going? Good? Everyone's
did spell
happy?
that.
It's the only media startup that's not like on fire. We're doing great. We're having a
Great.
good time. Yeah.
Great.
How do you spell semaphore?
SEMAFOR, which is not how you spell it in English.
Is it a
but people are
paywall
getting
thing,
it.
or
No,
it's just all free?
Just click, subscribe.
So
I have a
you,
news-
Soros sends you guys a check once a month, and it pays for everything.
Literally, I think Soros the Soros groups looked into investing, and it was very clear, like, no.
Yeah.
Like, it's because Republicans do talk to us, and they would not if George Soros funded. We
really?
don't want to prove that.
So there is a
everything
little
right.
bit of truth
Yeah.
to the whole Soros thing, or not?
He has
Because
lots of money that he spends.
that
on
he spends on
things. Yeah, yeah.
progressive policies.
When they say
Or-
Soros prosecutors, like, I mean, they gave him some money. That's fair.
Right.
But yeah, and I have a newsletter that's reported from around the country. Like this week, there's like a story from Texas and like from when I was there, and then a story from here up in the library called Americana. That's also free. If you hate paywalls, great. We hate them
I
too.
love
yeah.
well, I like paywalls honestly because we
Yeah.
run a. I think it does keep the lights on, and it's
Yeah.
like if it's good shit, pay for it. I'm happy to pay for things that are good.
Yeah,
you know?
but I find most people just want news to be free all the time.
It's not
and
fair.
I'm losing that argument. So.
Well, I do. It
We're
might have
free
been
for now.
Elon or somebody had this thing about like micro payments for reading certain story. Like there's maybe an argument for something like that.
like you can download a song or an Apple.
Yeah.
But it does
yeah.
keep people out who like don't have the money to throw away for that, though. You know what I mean? Like to get the news. If
Well, you know what I subscribe to on Apple, the Apple News, that you can do like an Apple News Plus, and then you get access to all these things that are behind the paywall.
Right.
Oh yeah,
So
I just find I always get asked if there is a paywall because that's I know that when people are going to walk away. Like you're at a. I've been in a
Well,
booth
certainly
with
in
a book.
in a growing, if you're just
Yeah.
starting, you definitely want to keep it wide open so people can say, "Oh, I like this." Then you close the wall.
That's
Build
the
that
dream.
wall, Dave.
Yeah.
And then close it.
And then close it. Well, you build a wall with a
With a
gate,
gate.
and then you close the gate.
And then you close and lock the gate and throw
Yeah.
away the
Nice,
key.
nice little moat. Some,
Well, Megan, I'm
razor
so
wire.
glad our blossoming. I think our
Build that
blossoming
wall.
friendship is doing well.
I do too. I've had the most amazing time today and last night. I feel like I've gained a friend this week.
You know what was creepy? No, I hate talking about YouTube comments, but and you could if you don't want to say how old are you? If you don't want to say, that's fine.
Oh, I can say 56.
No,
How old do you think I am?
I don't want to say. Because
show
I would
is
say you're
really
in your
about talking
20s.
about I'm 33.
You're 33. See, I played that pretty nicely.
Really
Dave.
good.
This is how you do it.
One,
But
two, three.
there was this clip of me and John Early and Claudia O'Doherty on this other show, the Best Show, and somebody goes, "I think it's odd that Tim hangs out with all these people half his age." I think it's creepy.
Why would someone do that?
So that,
say
I thought
that
about
to
that
you?
comment this morning when I was going to have you on. Is that creep going to creep in here on that? But I don't
Wait,
know.
that's
I don't
not fair.
think
First
of.
of all, they don't know.
I know
that-
they're in their
they don't
mid 30s.
know- Yeah, that's
I'm
not half
I'm like
your
maybe
age.
10 years older than them, but like we're a different generation, I would say. Probably firmly, but
I would not say that we're that far apart.
no, I wouldn't either.
What's the youngest you would hang out with? What age?
It depends on the person.
what
It's
if
all
they're
about
No,
like.
that is a good question. How
Right?
young? 20?
Well, that feels like I don't know what I would even connect with
Yeah,
them on.
20's
But
teen. That's basically a teenager.
well, I'm not. I'm a married man. I'm not talking about any kind of.
Yeah.
I'm like if it was a. Okay, maybe I'll start hanging out with Joseph the intern. He couldn't be more than.
Why not?
19, 20. Joe, how
Oh, so
old
you
are you?
would hang out with a 19, 20-year-old.
If like 18-year-olds like said, "Hey, come to our party." Would you
Yeah.
go to that?
Joe?
I'm on the edge of 23.
Yeah.
I'm 23 this weekend.
But it really is about the vibe. Like if I connect with you and we
Yeah.
and I think you're funny and fun to hang out with, then maybe. But I don't know if that's going to happen.
Or number twos, or number threes.
See, he's clever.
Yeah, you guys are clicking already.
Yeah. Joe, let's go get a beer
That
later.
is so funny.
Let's go down to the
Someone
smokehouse in
commented
Burbank and get a couple steaks and connect.
John and Claudia are not half your age.
No, of course not.
Why would someone say that to you?
Because people are nuts. People are nuts.
I figured we were all in this room, and I thought about this. I thought we're probably all around the same age.
How old are you, Dave?
I just turned 42 on Tuesday.
So we're closer, but
yeah.
And anyways, Doug is in his 60s, so
almost.
Why did you guys all laugh at that, but you didn't think it was funny when I said I was around 60? It was dead silence. I was like, okay. It's a classic joke.
it's a
How old
running
are you?
joke. Well, because I'll tell you
16,
why.
Or
I can
you either
analyze
go
this.
16 really young, or you go like older than you are.
I can analyze this.
Yeah, but you can't go too old. It's not funny if I'm like 80. You know,
I
You
know.
have to go like young.
But you're obviously not even
Right,
close
you're
to that.
not,
But
yeah.
Doug is
I'm older
actually
than Tim, and that's
Doug-
why that's the joke. And
Doug's
it's like a
Doug's
callback.
actually
Oh,
50
okay.
years old. No joke.
Okay.
And it's amazing
I
because
hang out with people half my age because people my age just get married and boring, and they don't see them anymore.
like me.
Well, but marriage is not boring, Doug.
But Doug,
Marriage
look
is
at him.
exciting.
Look at this.
do it
Look at
and
what
they go away.
look at what this man looks like. He's like a fountain of youth.
How old are you? How old exactly are you? Am I allowed to ask?
54.
That is
No, you're
a
not. You're 50.
Hi, Dad.
Or you're
50.
51.
5-0. We had the big
perfect
5-0
age. Perfect
party, I think.
age.
All right, this is enough. We're way over. We still got to talk about Billy Joel for 2 hours.
Oh my
goddamn.
God.
And thank you all. We love you all.
Did you have fun?
I had so much fun. I'm so out of my head right now from exhaustion. I felt like, yeah, I'm going to go back and watch and see how the first few minutes of this, because I felt really bad about the name.
Oh,
And
God, Tim.
And I was trying to juggle Dave and Megan and make sure no one. I was worried
You did
that you
such an
felt.
amazing job, and I thought you were doing the name wrong as a joke.
I was. Get it? And Dave, thank you for your patience as we goofed around, and your insights are always valuable to me. Matt, anything I should say?
Thank you.
Join that Patreon.
Ugh, I did not like it. Because he's not a good salesman. He's cynical.
Buy that T-shirt.
Immediately, I feel like it was like, oh, I'm not doing that. It sounds like I'm getting ripped off. All the best. Good night. Good luck. Good luck. Goodbye.
Good night and good luck.
Go on to Office Hours with Patreon to become a patron and support the show. Also go and follow and subscribe to Megan Stalter on Cameo.com. Follow Semaphore for Dave Weigel's newspaper articles.
Sit down when
Hello,
you
everybody.
pee like a good
My name is
little
Ben,
girl.
and I'm actually really. I'll tell you what's not smart though. Listening to Office Hours with advertisements. Join the Patreon, and you can be a big boy like me. We smart folks have to stick together. Visit patreon.com/officehourslive and make an investment for your future. This is God's America, and I love to drink Hawaiian punch and watch Marvel movies and dig holes in my backyard with my big shovel I bought with my own money. Thanks, everybody.
Go on
I love you very
iTunes
much.
and buy
Warm
it.
regard, warm 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 regards from Mr. Ben. Warm regards from Mr. Ben. Regards from Mr. Ben. Warm regard, warm regard, warm regard, warm
Alexander Graham Bell said, Watson,
warm regards from Mr. Ben.
well, what happened at that
Warm
moment?
regards from Mr.
The
Ben.
phone became a
Warm
permanent
regards from
fixture
Mr. Ben.
in the lives
Warm regards
of
from Mr.
everyone
Ben.
in the world.
Warm
And
regards
when
from Mr.
Edison
Ben.
turned that light on, at that moment, the light bulb became a permanent fixture. Oh, I said, oh, I said, you're looking at her, she's looking at you, and you're exploring your sexuality while being fully dressed.
You are not
You are not the Father. You are not. You are the Father. You are the Father.
Fuck your work deadline. If you make it, you make it. If you don't make it, you don't make it. Fuck it. It is not life. It
I
is
would
only...
like as many of you as possible. I would like a really great surge of people to follow my wife on Instagram. Would you do that for me? Would you follow?
Where's Hunter?